Hello, guys. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Anywhere you are joining me, thank you, thank you. Another beautiful. It's impromptu. This is not Friday night football. This is just analysis of what happened leading to up. So let's look at it quickly now. Please, guys, share the link, like the video, click on also the star button too. If you're on Facebook, you can also send stars too. We don't reject stars. On YouTube, you can click on the super chat. We are here for you. So thank you. I already got a lot of comments coming in. So let me just address the comments quickly. So thank you guys for joining. Guys, share the video. Let people know actually that we are live this evening. This is not our regular Friday night, but just because it's a news. So I was like, I was set to wait till I was meant to come live yesterday night for the analysis, but I was so tired after the Champions League game. So I was also thinking that, okay, why can't I come this evening for the South African point deduction and Unity Cup? But unfortunately, we didn't get the news today. It was meant to be June 1st, but maybe probably because June 1st is on Sunday. So the news will be coming tomorrow, June 2nd, about the point deduction of South Africa. So I was waiting that, okay, can I do it? But I have a live program too on Eagle Tracker tomorrow. That's Friday. That's Nigeria's podcast, tomorrow. So it's okay. Let me just come and do the whole thing today. So, but probably tomorrow there's going to be news about the point deduction. Then, we can be able to analyze it tomorrow. So, and also on Friday night, we talk about it, more and more. So, guys, keep the like coming in, and let's we'll kickstart. There's no news today. Today is just going to be about the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And I want to appreciate, I've not even said by the star, but my man Chinwoke, I'm from Enugu State, already bought a star. Thank you. Welcome to Unity Cup review. Thank you for your love. So one of our biggest supporters is always there, listening to us, supporting too in his own little way. Thank you. I appreciate you for this gesture. Thank you, Chinwoke. So I also appreciate your comments too. I also appreciate Chiwoke, ready. Digital currency, behave yourself today. Digital currency, behave yourself today. We don't want no woman anatomy today. Well, there's no debate today, actually. There is no violence today. So digital currency, behave yourself. So I welcome Tokodada. That's my man from Brentford. Thank you for joining. He's a gospel musician. So one of these days we're meant to meet up. So Okabia Ifeanyi, thank you. Viral Moments too, my man. Thank you for your love. And also to Segodi, thank you. Oh, I'm sorry today. Congratulations to you. Sundance lost the CAF Champions League final against Pyramid. I'm sorry about that. And Obajimi Oluwagomineke, thank you for joining. Kim Liu, thank you. Isaac Young, and also John Jones. John Jones are regular, one of our regular supporter here. Guys, we are 52 here. Guys, 52. You can share the video so that other people can actually like. And if you want me to help you too, you can just say hello in the comment section. That's okay. I'm here to mark my. Oh, Kevin Marvin is here. Oh, thank you, my man. So I know that. So you can just actually say hello in the comment section. I will hear you. I don't know why the Instagram is misbehaving today. I don't know the reason why, but so we will do this thing. What you mean to say? I don't mark record from Manchester. I don't. What you mean to say? You're in Manchester. Come on. Let's maybe during summer. Now it's slightly tight for me. Maybe during summer we can actually try and meet. I don't know. You're in Manchester. Pyramid deserves it. Talk up. The bring. Yeah. Anybody? Yes, that is it. So thank you. Keep the comment coming. Thank you. So Rotimi Tose, I don't know, maybe you probably like to actually meet up. But thank you once again, Shiwoke, for that love. So today, like you, yeah, hear the video, guys. Hear the video, guys. We are 60 people watching. We used to be more than this. We got like 250 sometimes. So, guys, hear the video. We have a lot of fans. But today is not our normal day, so I don't expect full house today. I just so yes, Abdullah. Happy new month to you too. Happy new June. We hope that June will bring good things for you, for our family, and also for Nigerian football in general. Anytime speech, okay, yeah. Oh, no problem, no problem. We'll try and meet up. We'll try and meet up. So thank you guys for actually for joining. Thank you. So there's no news, no news about home front. I'm not going to talk about the news because this is just Unity Cup. So it's no longer news that Nigeria won. Is it a third or a second Unity Cup trophy yesterday against Jamaica? We used to beat Jamaica all the time. So I picked this thing from Solid Eric Shell usually. In my second international break, I win things. That's Eric Shell. Well, it's just trying to be sarcastic there. But the team actually won against Jamaica, and that was not. I was so impressed with some few things. I know that a lot of people were actually really impressed with the team's display second half against Ghana and some of the team performances against. So I want to look at some areas of the game first. Look at some areas of the game, and now give you my own recommendation that did we benefit anything from this Unity Cup. Then after that, I don't know, maybe Wulewa. I don't know if Wulewa if he's here. I beg, please send we have to bring him on. Wulewa. I don't know, maybe he's here. I have to bring him on because we have some like inside stories to some few things that show what happened. So I want him to lead and talk about that. Then I would give you my own recommendation of what he should do to build a proper AFCON winning team. So for me, I think he's on the right track. So let me just start with some key parts in the game. So like for me, one of the players of that was really actually what impressed, what's it called, Frank Onyeka. A very, very, it was so good. I'm going to come to him today. I'm going to talk about him today, Frank Onyeka, part of my topic today. Guys, don't forget that Frank Onyeka did not play the last two World Cup qualifiers, so it wasn't picked. So, and I'll talk about Samuel Chukwueze today. I'll talk about Samuel Chukwueze. I'll talk about Ismail Sadiq. Some of you are waiting for me to talk about Ismail Sadiq. I'll talk about him today. I'll touch on everything, everybody. I'll talk about Ufed Ndidi. I will talk about my man, Felix Agu. I will talk about him. Yeah, I will talk about my man. If you guys know me very well, I've been advocating, talking about Crisanto Suche. I've been saying a lot of things about him since he moved from Quetta to Getafe. So I will also talk about this man. Yeah, I'll talk about Tuluwa Lashe Harokodare. I will talk about him. Give me my own actually observation about his game. Then I'll now talk about Coach Eric Shell. I will talk about Coach Eric Shell. Why I think that he's a brilliant man and he's on the right track. So I'll talk about this man, Bruno Imigi, and also I'll talk about the Russian friendly. So I will try and touch on it slightly on the Russian friendly. So and so now let me just talk about the lineup first. So this lineup now actually played. So Nwabali in goal, Ismail. So but I don't know why this person just got this lineup right. So got it actually what's wrong. But let me just start with the back line was Nwabali in goal, Ismaila Sadiq right back, the pairing of Fredericks and actually and Igor Obu. The left back was Felix Agu. The midfield was Ndidi. It was a 4-2-2-2 formation. Ndidi, Onyeka, Tella, Chukwueze, Simon, Desas. And I want to go over some things that I should observe in the game and give my own recommendation. It's going very fast because tomorrow we are actually what tomorrow is Monday. There's a lot of things going to be going on tomorrow. So let me just talk about it. So this was the start of the game, and immediately the game started. I just realized exactly what he actually wants to do in this game. So the guy, you can see, that was Samuel Chukwueze on the ball. So, and I don't know, maybe knowing at the start, he didn't really interpret what they wanted him to do. So he came to receive the ball. He was he and they didn't tell her they were playing ahead of Frank Onyeka and Wilfred Ndidi. And from this part, you can see that anytime we get the ball, the what's it called? They try to spread out and see exactly how they can actually work all the American. And with this slide does not, I will show you more about this. So, this was the build-up of the game. And towards the end, you can see that Frank Onyeka, the guy I circled in black, was Frank Onyeka. He was already in the box. If you have been following me before, I told you that he said that he needed a box-to-box midfielder. So he needed a player that can be making those runs in the box. But unfortunately, we don't know Frank Onyeka for his goal-scoring exploits. We don't know him for that. So, but he was doing what the coach wanted him to do. He was making runs into the box. And, the coach really wants to overload the balls anytime maybe Simon or Chukwueze got the ball. So, and that was what Frank was doing there. So, he did just say that he wanted the box to box. He tried Frank Onyeka there to see maybe Frank Onyeka can do that job for him. So you can see the way this is the build up. This is our build up. So because it was playing like a 4-2-2 formation, Ismail Sodiq and Felix Agu, they spread out. Why Ndidi and Onyeka tried to cover the space they left behind. They spread out directly. So, and it worked well, but the issue is just that Ismail Sodiq does not have the space and the strength and the intelligence to actually to really run back. So I think actually affected, what happened against Jamaica a lot. And so this was when they spread out. When they spread out, were Agu on the left, Ismail Sodiq on the right, Simon and Desas actually in the middle. So when they spread out like that, so this now gives your defensive midfielder or your playmaker option to pick out a particular player. So in this case, Wilfred Ndidi picked out Siri Desas. Apart from how good the tactics was in this game and how intelligent Ndidi, actually was able to actually find Desas. The movement of Desas was just so good. You can see immediately he spread at Ndidi went to pick out that pass. You can see that movement. That was that movement. You can see that movement straight away. And that was the first goal for Nigeria. So you can see. So the idea is that when they spread out like this, the left back so Teller, initially the left back was marking it in Teller. So then Teller withdrew, came back to the midfield. The left back followed him to that midfield. Left back followed him to that to the midfield, and there was space behind for Ismail Sodiq. So someone has to I asked mark Ismail Sodiq, but that gave Desas space between the two center backs, and actually was able to actually make that move, and that was what led to the first goal. You can see that was what led to the first goal. He crossed the ball to Simon. Simon finished the ball. That was what led to it. So that was for me that was very good. That was actually very good. So this was Simon Chukwueze. Some people have been saying that Chukwueze was so good in the game. See, the reason why Chukwueze played well than what he did in the World Cup qualifier was because Frank Onyeka and Wilfred Ndidi, they are ready to cover for him if he probably, he lost the ball. They will actually what? They will cover for him. But the issue is this. During the World Cup qualifier, the what's it called? They paired Wilfred Ndidi alongside Alex Iwobi in that game. So Iwobi, with due respect to him, is not that good defensively. Chukwueze is not that good defensively. So the whole job is now on actually what? The whole job is really on Wilfred Ndidi. But in this case, there's Frank Onyeka to complement Wilfred Ndidi. So Chukwueze can do whatever he likes. We'll still have like someone to be able to actually help out in that situation. And I can tell you that Felix Agu, I will tell you what it was. I didn't get those clips very well. Anytime Felix Agu got the ball, he likes to support them in the midfield. So that even helped that formation very well. So Chukwueze is striving because of what Eric Chelle actually did with Frank Onyeka and Wilfred Ndidi. So, this gave us more solidity, in the middle of the park. But my problem is this. When Alex Iwobi returns, when Lookman returns, when Victor Osimhen returns, how will Eric Chelle arrange this team? Will Eric Chelle sacrifice? So will he sacrifice Moji Simon? Will Eric Chelle think that, okay, because I don't see any way that it's going very hard if Alex Iwobi comes back to this team. Will you sacrifice Frank Onyeka? And okay, let's continue what we did before. That one will affect us in the midfield. You know that Ndidi is like he's not, he doesn't have the energy now like he used to be before. So that is one actually what helps Chukwueze. You can see in this game, he flipped the ball over to midfielders, and just that single scale was able to beat through three of his markers. So you can see. So this was the goal we conceded. You can see the gap. You can see the gap between Ismail Sodiq and the goal and the Jamaican player. This was the start of the move. So they moved the ball, and he gave him that space. I thought that Ismail Sodiq was actually ahead of this guy, but turn of pace. Things actually things changed. So this is what happened. So a lot of people have been talking about Benjamin Fredericks. There's some things that he needs to learn. Things that he needs to to learn. I will talk about those things later. Few things he needs to actually learn. I will talk about those things actually later. So in this, you can see that there was a clip just before this. I don't know why I did not take that. Immediately, Frank Onyeka realized that Ismail Sodiq is struggling against that Jamaican player. He checked his shoulder to see who, any runners. So Felix Agu already attacked. You can see Felix Agu, bottom of your screen, it's already up front. Up front. So Frank Onyeka was actually meant to cover for him. If Agu is attacking that, is trying to give weight, Frank Onyeka is meant to cover for him. But unfortunately, Onyeka too did not. This is the first time he's going to play under Eric Chelle, so I don't think he understands that rule very well. But for me, I think he lost ground, and Jamaica actually scored. So that was the runs. Can you see they make? So there's some things that Frederick have done better here, but the guy is just 19 years of age, and he's playing not a professional football. He's playing for Brentford. B. It's not even in Premier League 2. They're playing in a very low. It's a very low. It's not really competitive. So, that was that. That's actually what I consider. So it was a very bad for me. I just think that if you are ahead of this guy this way, Ismail Sadiq, I just think that you have to take care of business here. They can't just beat you. All the 3 goals we considered in this Unity Cup, all the goals we considered came through Ismail Sadiq wing. So for me, I just think that it's a no for me. For him to be called up for future Super Eagles engagement. I just think it's a no for me. I think he just stick to his stand team. For me, the level is too low for Ismail Sadiq. I have to be honest. But if I said something before that the MPFL is like Serie D in Italy. If somebody is playing so well in Serie D, would that player be called up to the Super Eagles of Nigeria? No. If somebody is playing well in the 4th division in Spain, do that player merit to be in this Super Eagles? No. So that's the level of the MPFL players, in my opinion. It's not a slap on them. I just think that that is where we find ourselves. The league is low. The league is not competitive. I'm a big fan of the league. I watch the league on a regular basis. I don't think Ismail Sadiq has faced somebody like this before in his life. And this guy turned him upside down. So, so that for me, that's the number 1 red flag. And I would give my own submission, about him later in the show. So that was that on Ismail Sadiq's moment. And this was a very good thing I saw during the game. So and because since he coached Mali, I knew the way he pressed. But I want to know exactly what he would do when he's actually handling Nigeria. So I can realize that he's trying to form like a cage. It's like a cage. You can see that immediately we cage them, we won the ball. You can see, and that cage again, the high pressing is very high. So one thing that you have to know is that this guy believes in what? In high pressing football. He believes in high pressing football. He wants to make sure that it takes life out of the opponent. He wants to make sure that he closes them, close them down. He wants to make sure that he close them down. So for me, it's actually was very good. So if you could be caging teams like this in the African game, I just think that there's some games that will be very easy win for us. So for example, now if you cage Rwanda like this, at home, I think that they're gonna be in trouble. That is it, because they're not good on the ball. If you cage them like this, they're gonna actually be in trouble. And you have the energy to win the ball up, and you want to attack the opponent as soon as possible. I just think that if you kick them like this, they're gonna be in trouble. So the pressing is another thing. I didn't see us press like this under the previous manager. With due respect to Fendi George and Austin Eguavon, I don't see Nigeria press like this under them. It's not just pressing; it's a strategic press. You can see this press now. So there's a spearman there. That was serious as a spearman there. So we press the ball, we won the ball. You can see. Nearly a goal for Nigeria. So for me, I think that's another good thing. So now, you can see another one too. So this guy has been working on his rondo very well in training. I have to be honest. This guy has been working so well. Don't worry. I'm going to send a link to you very soon. This guy has been working on his rondo very soon, very well. You can see there was sequence between 3 Jamaican players. He won that ball. You can see this like some people say, "Oh, why are they doing rondo?" This is like one of the benefits of rondo. So they form like a triangle, and the Chukwueze was there, and Chukwueze actually won that ball. He won that ball, and he gave Texas. That one nearly led to a goal. So this is one of the benefits of of Rondo, and I'm actually happy that most of the thing they are doing in training is showing. This is like a training camp. So most of what they are doing in training is showing. And kudos to him. Kudos to him. Kudos to him. I have to be honest with you about that. Kudos to him. You can see only Chiku is there. I was so impressed when I saw this. Only Chiku is there. He won that ball. We nearly actually even scored, through that. So that was actually very good. And I energy. The Chiku that I know before, I think maybe probably Eric Shell will be the manager to bring out the best in Samuel Chukwueze. So you see, it's one of so Chukwueze will play ball under Eric Shell. We play ball under Eric Shell. So same thing too. And we lost the ball. Felix Agu ran back. He won that ball, and that was what led to our second goal. That was what led to our second goal. So and so that was what led to our second goal. So guys, you put the chat, please. Yes, Segodi. Finidi was. How can you press Africa with one lazy player? Polono Ashu. If you want to press Africa, use Polono Ashu. Yeah. So this was how much Chukwueze you can see. So if you remember very well, Chukwueze is very dangerous in this area. And we'll see maybe I can get you a similar clip here. Chukwueze is very dangerous when it comes to this. Is very dangerous in this area. Samuel Chukwueze is very dangerous in this area. I have to be honest with you. On Samuel Chukwueze, very dangerous in this area. But at the moment, thank you for your love. Keep it coming. Thank you. So Chukwueze, very dangerous in in that area. So I will take your comment very soon. Sorry, I just want to swim back and bring. So if you remember the game against Rwanda in Uyo, the one we lost 2-1, similar to what Chukwueze did too. Pick the ball in the middle of the area, drove with the ball, and actually scored. I wanted to try and get the clip here, but I don't think I can. Let me see maybe I can find. I had it here. Let me see if I can actually I can find it. So that's that. So let me just take comment from Viral Moment. Thank you for your super chat. Ozime, Lukman Chukwueze, Odele, Iwobi, or Ushe, Ndidi Onyeka, or Odidi Onyeka, or Onyediga, Agu, Basi, Ekong, Igor, Ajayi, I know. Okay. That's a decent actually lineup by Viral Moment. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your love. So Environment again send another super chat. Said that I watched one Chukweze's performance from the bench one time. That guy might be better on the left wing and central position. Yes, for me. So, yes, actually. If you want us to put your comments, I like the comments. Let's come with super chats. But that is actually what that you can see. That was the goal he actually was scored against Jamaica, and it was a very good goal. It was a very good goal. So this was how we considered the second goal. And I have issues with so many things here. For me, Igor Ogu is not ready for Super Eagles. Igor Ogu is not ready for Super Eagles. I don't think so. For me, positionally, is not there. If you if you are blaming Ekong, na course na go use chase Igor Ogu come out. So this was Ismail Sadiq. And immediately, see, guys, just go and check the Jamaican coach, all the land. They were asking them to please to come to Ismail Sadiq, that area. So they know that they knew that Ismail Sadiq is the weak link. They know that it's the weak link, and Frederick is the one that can support. That's going to support what Ismail Sadiq. So immediately he got the ball. Immediately he got the ball. So is Frederick's already sensed danger that come on, they will beat this guy. But one thing is that what there was, that's why I say experience sometimes matter. When this boy continue to play more games for Nigeria, play more games against seasoned pro, he will understand the game more. Raw talent. The guy I put blue, a second in blue, and long guy with Frederick is Palmer. I think the boy plays for All City. That plays for what? That plays for All City. This boy plays for All City. I think so. Palmer. Immediately, So is wrong. That Palmer run was a dummy run. That run took Felix out of his natural position. It took Felix out, and that Palmer run, the guy I put in like rectangular black this thing is the one that was meant to track Palmer. But in this case, Palmer was making that run. Benjamin had to like track him. To say Benjamin are like very experienced player, he go call a senior man in the I beg, track this man. Because that guy I put a square box on with 3 arrows is meant to be the one that Benjamin will mark. But say this boy is just 19 years of age. He cannot control a senior man like that. So he had to cover for a senior man. He lost his man. And what's it called? And the cross Ogu too, that was meant to when you don't lose, that boy he's a young boy. He never play senior football. You too, you are just free there. Get tight to that guy. Be tighter. Be tighter to that guy. You are just there. Before you know, there was 2 players on the left making blind run against Felix Agu. Onyeka too is trying to cover ground, but just simple cross. Ogu did not communicate because if Benjamin is leaving his man, Ogu should be able to try and coordinate. He's a more senior player, arrange it very well. Which Ogu is young? 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 So, before you know it, they scored. But this is like a learning curve. You cannot blame anybody. See, in this back line that played for Nigeria, Ismail Sadiq is the most experienced out of them, playing his 3rd game for Nigeria. Benjamin Frederick was playing his 1st game. Ogu was playing his 2nd game. Felix Agu was playing his 1st game. To tell you that Ismail Sadiq was the most experienced. Out of the back line. And so because Ismail Sadiq is making his 3rd cap for Nigeria, so it was a makeshift center defense line. So they are allowed to make mistake. You cannot, if you see this one from Basi Ekong, who might be saying, we don't understand though. But these guys are just bunch of like young guys just making, that's it. So if you think it's actually what allowed, I'm just saying that this type of game, if you want to show the coach that you are ready, you also need to put in some decent things there. That's what I just show in my case. So yeah. So this was can you see? So this was the follow-up. You can see that the thing now, it don't change now. So Ismail Sadiq is already in trouble now. Ismail Sadiq is already in trouble. And yeah, so that was it. So that was that move, and that was what led to the 2nd goal against Jamaica. So you can see That's how second goal against Jamaica. The teams were actually the team was all over the place. Jamaica actually were capitalized and actually what they scored that second goal. So that was that. So Charles, thank you for your super chat. So Charles said that oh, Sadiq could not stop those crosses. Yes, Sadiq could not actually could not stop those crosses, and that was it. I just hope that he can also learn from this. See, Remo starts to be playing in the um Remo starts to be playing in the CAF Champions League. So I think that all this experience, all this Unity Cup thing, I think will also help him to develop more. I don't know his age. Oh, he's 21 years of age. Yes, I wish him luck. I don't know his age. Oh, but he's 21 years of age, so he should develop more. He should develop more now and be able to perform well during the CHAN tournament and also do well for Nigeria. What's it called when it comes to Remo Star, sorry, when it comes to the CAF Champions League actually what qualifiers. So I don't want to spend too much time here today. So I'm just gonna go over my I don't know. I'm not his father. I'm not his father. So that's why I have to limit my this thing. I'm not actually what his father. That's why I have to limit. Okay, where I'm not his father. Now you sabi if you start to this thing. So 21 years old. Don't parry. No, see, a 20. What is wrong with a 20-year-old parry? There's nothing. I don't think there's nothing wrong with a 20-year-old parry. I don't know. One of my regular contributor. We explain why I say I'm not his father. So we explain why I said I'm actually not his father. So so that is that. Thank you, Charles. As if could not solve it. Yeah, that's it. So and they knew that that was actually what his weak link, our weak link. That was the reason why they were able to actually to exploit that area. So that is that on the team. So and Arokodare, for me, I just think Arokodare, a season striker. I just think that, in my opinion, people think that it's not a mistake. He's not. I think that if the guy is already going down. The guy is already going down. I just think that why can't you just try and control the ball better? If Arokodare could control the ball here, I think it will score that goal. It will score that goal. But guys, this is first game for this is he has never scored for Super Eagles before. So because he has never scored for Super Eagles before, maybe the anxiety and everything actually was there. Maybe that one is there. That's the reason why he rushed that ball. But in my opinion, I just think that he would have calmed down slightly before actually trying to actually score that this day. So that is that on him. I wish him the very best of luck. So I will put in the link on very soon. Thank you guys to God. I will put in the link very soon. So very moment too. Thank you. So there's no question on that, but very moment there's a question on that. So that Tolu missed big chances as well as him to score. Why is this thing? Okay, he needs to time his jump. So okay, thank you, connect to God. I think you know exactly what I'm going to talk about. That's why I'm going to actually move on to that very quickly. It has to do with these parts. I'm coming. Let me see if I can get those ones up quickly. So yeah, that was it. I expect him to actually do better here. So thank you. So I just want to highlight what Vara Moment said quickly. So this was a cross from Simon. And I'm not a striker. I played defense when I was a footballer. But my issue with him is that before the ball came, he already turning his head like this. Before the ball actually came. I just think that he made this mistake against Zimbabwe in Uyo. He made this mistake now again. And he kept on blaming them that they are not crossing the ball well. No. I just think that You know, see, the guy needs to work hard. You know, for him to say he wants to continue with Super Eagles. You know, I remember when my very good friend and IoT, you know, criticized him about all these things that he needs to step up. You know, is some part of his game. You know, that is not really a Bayern Munich material now. I think it went wide, like, oh, thank you, this thing, this thing. It needs to stay humble. It needs to stay humble. For me, if you want to win a crucial game, you can't depend on this guy to win games for you. You can't depend on these guys to win game for you. You can't depend on this guy to win game for you. It's not the guy is not ready yet. He's not ready yet. He mistimed two beautiful crosses. He mistimed it. For me, the guy is not ready yet. Nothing against him. Nothing against him. I don't think he's ready yet. So he should not think that he's Osimhen. He's not Osimhen yet. He's he's not Osimhen yet. He's upcoming player. So he's not upcoming player. He's not. He's just upcoming player. He needs to calm down. He needs to calm down and relax. He needs to calm down. It's not. It's not. It's not actually what there yet. You know, I saw those mistimes. See, he's tall. He's very big guy for Christ's sake. You know, I just think that you know, he should look for a way. At least, you know, crosses should be one of your strengths. But he was just mistiming the jump and everything. So for me, in my opinion, I think that Tolu Kodare is not the backup to Victor Osimhen now. I think that if we are calling three strikers, I think we have two strikers now. We have Victor Osimhen and we have Cyril Dessers. And I told you about this against Ghana. Impressed with the player, though it's not the same too. He can miss opportunity, but the runs of Cyril Dessers will trouble any defense. And imagine, for example, now against Zimbabwe, if it's there, you know, when Eric Chelle brought in Tolu against Zimbabwe, he was doing the same thing like what Osimhen was doing. He was not able to press. He wasn't pressing the ball. He was just there. You know, it wasn't. He was mistiming his jumps. He was just there. It was just there. But if, you know, it was a different striker, there'll be more movement against those very sluggish Zimbabwe defense. I think that one actually, you know, it's a different. This is a different striker to Victor Osimhen. It's a different striker to Victor Osimhen. So Tolu is similar, but it's not. I'm not saying Osimhen is like this. Tolu is so far behind, so far behind, so far behind. And the guy needs to, even if the guy does not want to like be like Paul Onuachu, the guy needs to actually step up. Which good, Onuachu very good player, but for me, I just think that Onuachu should struggle with Nigeria. If Tolu is not careful, he's going to continue with the same line. In my opinion, that is my take on it. It's not any malice or anything. No, I just think that Tolu is not ready. So I'm starting with Tolu Kodare today. I just think that if he did not step up, he should not be called up for the World Cup qualifier. He should not be called up for the World Cup qualifier in September. Ombueri, my very good friend, made one comment about him during the World Cup qualifier. A lot of people went after Ombueri, but I can see some of the things that he saw there. For me, I think he's not ready yet. He's not ready yet. I think it's not. I don't think he's ready yet. I don't think he's ready yet. So I don't agree with Ombueri. That he consider being a defender. I don't agree with him, but I don't think that he's ready. Just to say that he's not ready yet. That is that about Tolu Rokodare. So that is actually what you can see. This is Ismail Sadiq. So when when the guy don't trouble Ismail Sadiq finish, this guy not nearly finish Ismail Sadiq. He ran away. You know they mark the guy again. So this was one of the moments too. The guy did not mark. He didn't mark him again. You know. But in this situation, it was 2-2 already. Sani Wabali, you know, Nigeria first choice actually what saved us then. He ran away. He didn't mark the guy again. He didn't mark the guy again, no. He ran away. Oh. He ran away. He didn't mark the guy again. No. He ran away. He ran away. Uh, he ran away. He ran away. So this is when they brought in Uche, Uche. No, I'm just trying to highlight this. And I'm going to talk about Uche. See, I said that I used to say this thing, and I'm not shy to say it. I'm a very good advocate of like having legs and energy in the midfield. You know, when they brought in Uche Santos, despite that this is not really his role, that he was playing for his club side, you know, he went to the midfield alongside the other guys there. But I can tell you that he did well. You need legs in the midfield. You need somebody that can pull. That's the reason why Atletico Madrid want to pay 20 million euros on this guy. You need legs in the midfield. You need someone that can come in and can add extra energy there. For me, this guy's got more energy than Onyedika. You can go and argue with it. He's got more energy than what's it called? That boy, Onyedika. He got legs, he got energy, you know. And I think that you know, and he's got this swag, you know. I like that. You know, this is what we want from super good player. We want confident player, not a player that will just get intimidated, just go under his shell and his shell and stop. So things are not going well. Things like that. No, very strong on the ball. You know, moves the ball well. I like that. He shoots the ball well. You need somebody that can take the ball under pressure. That is one of the things we lack in the world in the Super Eagles. Since when Mikel left, nobody can shield the ball. Nobody is shielding the ball again. You cannot see Frank Onyeka cannot shield the ball. He cannot shield the ball. He drives well with the ball. I know that, but he cannot shield the ball. Like take the ball under pressure. Very hard to dispossess. You know, to dispossess you and things like that. We don't have that. But I'm happy that the coach is giving him the opportunity, and he's coming to Super Eagles now. I think he can help in that area. Shielding the ball well, you need somebody to hold up to the ball and just, you know, to calm the team down slightly. For example, now when against Ghana, that we are under pressure in second half, nobody was holding the ball. You need somebody to come and hold the ball, shield the ball, win the foul, drives the team forward. So for me, that is actually what that. You know, we are doing comedy here now, so we have to make you laugh. But when you want to make that, you put super chats there too. Put super chats. So that is that. So now, so well done to Fredericks. You know, actually what you know, when they have beat Ismail Sadiq again. Can you see this is my when they have beat I don't know what this guy is he's looking for in Super Eagles. He's Sadiq. In fact, I've never seen guys, remind me in the comment section the worst right back performance for Super Eagles. I've never seen like this before. I've never seen somebody that say a worst performance of a right back for Super Eagles before. I never seen him before. I beg, if you have seen that performance before, please tell me. So in this case, Frederick actually what saved him, and you know, saved him, and I don't think I've seen anybody perform this bad, you know, as a right back for Super Eagles. I don't think I've seen that. Shell didn't have this horrible game like this. Shell did not have this horrible game like this. I've never seen somebody perform. Yes, now Shell was good now. Yeah, okay, Shell, okay, I'm a judge. Kumba, Shell was a good defensively, but yes, not offensively. Yes, it was a horrible performance. Horrible performance. It's Solomon Kwambe. Is Kwambe? Kwame was better than Ismail Sadiq. If it's Solomon Kwame, it was better than Ismail Sadiq. It was better than Ismail Sadiq. So yes, Kwame was better. Kwame was better. So so this one is like a lot of people say, okay, let me talk about this one. Let's talk about Benjamin Frederick. So these are both highlights. You can see one of the strengths that a lot of people saw. Oh, who really actually was happy about what he did was the way he was able to pick out passes from the back. Some of it, can you see? So his part is one of his passes from the back. You can see, he was trying to, he was like playing like a midfielder. And one thing I like about so let me just talk about Benjamin Frederick now before I move on. So before I move on to Benjamin Frederick, let's talk about Ismail Sadiq. My judgment on Ismail Sadiq is that he should not be called up except for chanting for any engagement. For any engagement, because he failed the audition. He failed the audition. The level is too low for Super Eagles. I think he failed that audition. He should not be called up for any national team engagement. For now, the level is too low for Super Eagles. I'm hearing that a key player in the team might not be available again for the Russian friendly. So I think that key player might be replaced by Ismail Sadiq because there's nobody available. For me, I think it's until he improves. Somewhere until he improves, but it should not be called up for now. This is Ismail Sadiq. It's one of the people that starts feeling the judge, from his job. So Fredericks did well. Another thing that surprised me about Fredericks is this. Fredericks play academy football in England. Ismail Sadiq play for Nigerian champion Remo Stars. There was difference in class between the two of them. Difference in class between the two of them. Ismail Sadiq playing for Remo Stars, the champion of the Nigerian Premier League. Benjamin Fredericks playing for academy football in England. That means that the difference was too much. Difference in class was too much. Now, what are we now doing in the league? What are we doing in the league? The league is a joke. The MPFL is a joke. It is a joke. The MPFL is a joke. It's a joke. It is a joke. If the level is what we see on Papa Daniels and Ismail Sadiq and what's that boy again? No, it's a joke. It's a joke. That's the reason why you don't see any MPFL player in the top 10 European leagues. You don't see them there. You see them in Kuwait. See them in Sudan, in Pakistan. That's where you see the MPFL players. For me, there's a golf in quality. Different. So look at this. So thank you, Super Chat. I will say that Sadiq, all of fame performance yesterday. It was horrible. It was horrible. It was horrible. And I felt for him. It was horrible. It was horrible. It was horrible. There was golf in class. It was horrible. It's the MPFL. We need to dismantle it. We need to dismantle the MPFL. Honestly, if we like, let's go and be playing football like Senegal. Their league is like academy league. All these people, you should. I don't know. This. What are they collecting salary for? The MPFL players. The league quality is too low. League quality is too low. Oluwamilelaniwaju, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for your love. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. There's a difference in class. The quality is too low. If a player playing academy football could be playing like this, and you are no. It's too low. Then you say that you want to go and win CAF Champions League. What is the CAF Champions League final today? During when CAF Champions League final between Sundance and Pyramid. You talk say the gap is too low. So my opinion is that Frederick did well. So what caught my attention was that he was able to pass the ball. This pass, can you see? This pass beat three Jamaicans. This pass he made to Nidintala beat what? 3 Jamaicans. So he had the ability to use his pass to beat opponents. That's another way we can use this guy. Can you see his pass to beat opponents? He can pick those passes. Kevin Bassey can pick passes like this too. But Ekong normally struggle with passes like this. With due respect, I'm not comparing him to Ekong. Ekong, legend himself, of the Nigerian game, fantastic player. I'm not comparing him to Ekong. Don't. But this is one of his quality. He can pick the pass very well. This was the pass to Tela to beat 3 defenders. So if you have somebody like this, it's not passing sideways. It's thinking forward, looking at how to attack the opponent. If you are ready, just say hello to me on WhatsApp. I want to bring you on so you can say few things about Frederick before you go. If you are here, just let me know. I can if you are not there, I'm just going to say it myself. So this is what I'm talking about. It's always forward thinking. It's not a finished product too. Positioning defensively is not there yet too. I have to be honest with you, but positioning defensively is not there yet. But it's on the right track. It's on the right track. So you can see, always thinking forward, not to pass to the goalkeeper, not to pass sideways, always. No, I'm going to come to that. I'm going to come to that. Can you see? He was picking the ball, he was forward. This was a pass to Arukudare. He moved the ball from the box, he moved forward, and it was so good in this game. So let me just address some questions so that you guys can know. See, number one thing is that this boy played, and the way he played, he showed exposure, he showed more maturity, more class, more talent than all the NPFL players that played in this tournament. That shows that his level is higher than them. So the idea of bringing NPFL players to Super Eagles, we should bury it. I hate to say this thing, but we should bury it for now. The idea of trying to promote the league and bring NPFL players to Super Eagles, we should what? We should bury it for now. We should bury it for now. The level is not there yet. We should bury it for now. If you don't want to water down the quality of Super Eagles players or Super Eagles of our darling Super Eagles team, we should bury the idea of bringing NPFL players here. If NPFL players perform so well in the league, let him go and play Champions tournaments, not Super Eagles for now. If a player perform very well on that 20, Ibrahim Gusso, NFF president, please try and create on 23 and then go and play there first. Develop there, then that. That is that. Fredericks, I said this thing before, good player, but he's playing academy football in England. He's not a professional player yet. He's playing amateur football in England for now. This is just one game. You get judged over what? Several games. For me, because they invited Fredericks to Super Eagles, they should not use the same way they invite him to smuggle other players to Super Eagles camp. They should not use that way. Super Eagles camp. My advice to those managing Fredericks is that if Brentford cannot afford to give him first team opportunity next season, he should move. He should go to French league or Belgian league. Let him go and play first team football there. When he plays and performs very well in the French league, they can, if you call him up from the French league, you call him up on the Belgian league, nobody will argue with that. But if you want to call in a competitive game, you want to call him up, play for academy football, it might be tough. It might be tough. I know that the coach knows exactly what he's doing, but it might be very tough for fans to take. So I think that I also understand that calling him up is not as bad as what people think. Alan Shearer, Theo Walcott, see, England normally have a policy. I'm not saying we should copy England all the time. Oh. They have this policy. They bring the best young players to their team to come and see how the big boys are behaving, how they are playing. Rio Ferdinand, if you remember very well, they brought in Rio Ferdinand to the 1998 World Cup campaign. They brought Rio Ferdinand. He didn't make the team to 1998 World Cup. So when Rio Ferdinand developed well, he went to 2002 World Cup. He was still playing for Leeds United then. Alan Shearer was called to the camp in 1990 for England. He was called to camp in 1990 for England in 1990. But he was their star man in 995 Euros. As they hosted. Sometimes you can call young players that are very good to give them exposure. I'm pretty sure that if Uduka Jr., if Uduka Jr. played well in camp, there is no way that Frederick will start ahead of them. I told you here, the quality of the players from the MPFL is too low. That's why you see this boy step ahead of them. So I understand the points that those that are arguing against him. I also understand these people that actually argued for him. But for me, I just think that I understand it from two sides. So since this boy is showing potential now, I think that those managing him should not look at the big money. Loan him to French league, Belgian league, German league. Let him go and play first team football. When he comes back, he's going to be a better player. Let me take some comments too. Thank you guys. Let me take some comments quickly. From Paimoyo, thank you. Thoughts on goalkeeper and is Okonkwo and Igu. Okay. So Okonkwo situation. Guys, I will take your comments if you put some special there. Okonkwo situation is different. Okonkwo is already preparing his documents. He's from the goalkeeper trainer now to play for Nigeria. His document is not ready yet. That's why you see Okonkwo. Okonkwo might probably be ready by November. Okonkwo might be going to AFCON with Nigeria. So this is like the response from the goalkeeper trainer. It's not as if say, then Tokam say. Sorry, you said me viral moment. So viral moment, Sadiq poor at tackling too. Yes, Sadiq is poor at tackling too. He does not actually tackle well. He does not position well, and is very, very bad. So who else again? Send me a question. Thoughts on goalkeeper Okonkwo. That Osugi, Bemeyi, Shuku, and now Frederick. Our defense is in safe hands for years. Let me tell you something, Charles. There's a player that you will see in the under 20. I'm telling you here now. The player is a left-footed defender. If not because of corruption, the boy is meant to go to Egypt with the under 20 team. But, guy, if this boy is playing, my brother, if this boy should be on his way to RB Salzburg very soon in Austria. This boy, if you have been following me for a very long time, I told you about Frederick 2 years ago. And you can see the boy today now. The boy I'm talking about, I don't know whether I will post his video very soon. He's going to Salzburg very soon. This boy, the boy did not make the under 20 team because the coach of the under 20 does not believe in playing from the back. He believes that clear the ball. Does not believe in tic-tac. Clear the ball. But this boy, talent will take you to where you deserve to be. Watch out for this boy. Very good left-footed central defender. See, talking about Shuku for 20. See, with due respect to Shuku very good player. The boy from Grasshopper playing Offenham now. But Shuku is not this boy's class. With due respect. Shuku is not this boy's class. With due respect. This boy was the man of the match in under 20 training camp throughout. Imagine winning man of the match throughout under 20 training camp, but they didn't pick the boy to under 20. He was the man of the match throughout under 20 tournament. Throughout all the friendlies they played, the boy was the man of the match, but they don't pick him to under 20. See, I will not see this. That story, is going to be a story for a different day. Don't worry, I'll bring a guest to explain it very well to you. So I hope he corrects himself because under 20 will be playing in like in 15 days time. So I hope that they could correct their mistakes and the boy should play. But the boy is already, he going to Austria very soon. He goes to Austria or he goes to what's it called? What's this club's name in Belgium? 2 clubs. Not Sacco Bruges too wanted the boy, but I don't think the money they offer the boy is not enough. So I don't know, But that is that. Let me just say a comment too. Thank you. Sorry, let me just that address of the comments. So what's the comment I want to take? Okay, sorry. So Bamayi Shiku. So Bamayi, forget about Bamayi. So Fredericks, yeah. Osugi, yeah. Osugi made the bench in Club Brugge last game in the league. He made the bench. He made the first team bench. So he's ready now. Osugi is ready. So Nigerian fans, I have one question. Please don't pressure our goalkeeper. Consider it's part of the game, please. I'm begging you. Yeah. Don't worry. Thank you. So thank you for that. So yeah. So thank you for that. We don't want to. So thank you for that. So that is my take. That's my take on Fredericks. It should do for you to join a new club. Now, who did I think should come back to Super Eagles? I'm going to bring people on very soon. Let me just pray. I'm ready. Is it one now? Time is already fast spent. I beg. I don't want to stay here for too long. Let me just. So the link is already here too. Please make it short and make it short. So let me make it short. So that's the link there. Okay. Okay, I have one question again. From I have one question. Parobo. Parobo. If you watch the Nigeria FC podcast, with me and my very good friend IoT, I said it before. I rate him so highly, and I think that Parobo really will be in Super Eagles sooner than later. He's a boy that is very disciplined. He comes from a very good football culture, mentored by fantastic personalities. See, he's going to actually what? He's going to do well. He's going to do well. It's taking time to acclimatize to European conditions now, but as he start playing, he's going to be ready. He's going to be ready. So let me just, I don't know, I can see you. I will just give me like 2 minutes. Let me just take my thoughts quickly. So, for me, Frank Onyeka, I think Frank Onyeka deserves to be called up all the time. I think if not starting, Frank Onyeka can come and close the game for you. So his energy level is not what you can throw away. Frank Onyeka is not clinical. Let's be honest with ourselves. Frank Onyeka cannot shoot. Let's be honest with ourselves. Frank Onyeka cannot pass to save his life. Let's be honest with ourselves. But the issue is that the energy level that he brings to the team is very important. So that's why I think that he might not start the game. You might not use Frank Onyeka against a team like Rwanda that we're going to have majority of the ball. But against South Africa, that might be trying to play like tiki-taka, you can have somebody that can, give them a lot of problem in the middle of the pack. So for me, I think he should stay. Frank Onyeka should actually stay. Should get the call up. He should get more opportunities. So stay in the Super Eagles. So players like Samuel Chukwueze, I think I said it earlier before that Eric Chelle might be his best manager. And I can see what Eric Chelle is trying to do. But what I think Chukwueze should work on is the way he receives the ball. And he needs to be strong on the ball when he's in that middle of the pack. One of the strengths of a midfielder is that you must be strong on the ball. I can see you now. I can see you in the chat box. I can see you in the comment. I can see you in the back end. So when I can see, I don't know where they were down. Please, we don't have boxing gloves. We don't have boxing gloves, because some people are shirtless here. Some people are not. Are they sick? Will be. So I'm going to just give me a second. I'm going to break you on now very soon. I think Chukwueze is playing one of the best football against for Eric Chelle now. That's my very good friend. Sisi, always the big supporter of the channel. Sisi, I hear you. I love my heart. Fantastic personality. I see I did, but I'm putting it because this guy always support the channel. So Ismail Sadiq, please bye to Super Eagles. So Felix Agu, God bless you. You're coming at the right time. And I want to see more of Felix Agu in Super Eagles. For me, this guy will be instrumental to us actually going forward. So I like Felix Agu. He should actually continue. Uche Crisantos, one of my main man. I also want him to actually continue. I think the 50 minutes he actually played, he did well. He came late to Super Eagles camp, but he still actually did well to actually what this is. So Toluwa Shasharo Kudare, I don't think he's ready. This might be controversial, but I don't think he should go and be playing center back. I don't think he's ready. If you want to score goals, you cannot rely on Toluwa Kudare. I'm sorry to say this. You cannot rely on him to score goals. I'm sorry. If you want a fine boy, you want somebody to come and post for you in camp, that is fine. You want to do modeling for Super Eagles, that is fine. But for me, he's not clinical. He needs a lot of things to learn. He's a young guy. He will learn. So, Nathan Teller is playing that position for the first time in his life as a midfielder. He always play up front or at the right, as a right winger. So he will learn. If against Russia, Eric Chelle can put him up front or on the right. I know he's going to do better, but that will offer Nigeria more going forward. And I'm happy that Leverkusen that we're posting his pictures, this thing. So Eric Shell, you are doing a very good job. I like somebody. If you identify a problem, you are trying to solve it. Kudos to you. Kudos to you. And he's a very honest man. I actually would like that. So I have my first set of guests. I have to rush through this thing because I don't overshoot my time. So I have my first set of guests actually what joining. So I have Quara Media. They call him Quara Media. The guy that fails to agree with people. He will tell you the way it is. So I'm gonna bring him on. I'm also bring you. Okay, I'm gonna bring like 4 people on so I can do it quickly. I also have Charles here. Charles also very big fan on this channel too. So let me bring another one. Thank you for joining. So
Thank you.
this bicep is too much. This bicep and this thing is too much. You want to come and fight us here?
No.
When I saw this thing, but I'm bringing somebody that we challenge you now. So Olewa is joining from London too. Thank you. He's from Kwara. If you have been hearing Owo in UK, that's the man in the picture here. So and also Charles, thank you, Charles, for actually for joining. So because otherwise Charles, we will just want to make his take it talk quickly and go. So I will just wait. I will, I have to keep Olewa for a while and also I just for a while. But just want to say a few things and go. Just let me just hear from you first. Sas. So the contribution.
I don't know if I'm the only person hearing it. I'm hearing you too.
Hey, you have to off the YouTube.
Off your the YouTube.
Off the YouTube.
Like pause it. Just pause it.
Pause the YouTube.
Because it's live. Pause it.
Pause the YouTube. Just pause the YouTube or you mute it. The YouTube.
I think I opened 2 before, so I closed 1.
Okay.
No. That's YouTube. That's YouTube. It's good.
That's YouTube. Okay. So Charles, let me hear from you quickly, Charles, so I can do this for you fast. Charles.
Yeah, so like you are saying about Sadiq Ismail, right? I was a little bit disappointed. 3 of our goals came from his wing. I was surprised. Fuixagu was handling 2 players. There was a time he was handling 2 players at the goal, and he wasn't shaking. While you're over there, every time they are dribbling past you. Every time, I'm like, what is going on? Like, is this the best right back? Because I asked myself, what academy did he go to in Nigeria? Is he beyond limit that are teaching him this rubbish? Because I'm like, this is rubbish. You can't defend. You can't do no. Hakimi is regarded as the best right back in the world right now because you can't pass through him. See what he did in that in that UEFA Champions League final. There was a point the Inter wanted to counter attack. He committed a tactical foul immediately. That's someone that knows his team. Every time they're always tackle, but you can look at the tackle he did. Shaolin soccer. Are we playing Shaolin soccer? Just kick someone on the leg. I was a little bit surprised, but like I said, one body as to me, he's not doing it. 2 of his penalties. Okay, look at the 2 penalties he for Jamaica. Is it that he caught them or his hand wasn't strong enough to push it to parry it away or what? He went to the right side and he just could not catch it, And I felt like we should have scored more than 2. Honestly, that layer of Dessa did to Tolu. I didn't like, I was like maybe be a little bit selfish and score yourself. And I expected Tolu to bury that chances, because I noticed what Chelle did. When Chelle brought on Uche, he played like a 4-4-2. Those 2 big men up front. So they were relying on crosses. And Tolu, this is like the 3rd time he's doing this. You had 3 chances to score. You're a 6'4" guy. When you're built like that, you should not aim high. You should aim down. The reason why Victor Osimhen always aim down. The reason why Ronaldo always head the ball down because they're too tall. I don't know why he did that. He just headed up. So Tolu needs to work on that heading accuracy. Like learn how to use your head and head. Don't just nod it up. You're going to miss chances. Like we should have won that game like 4 or something. And also Chukwueze, man. Chukwueze is reborn. Chukwueze is if we can continue playing like this, man, I don't know. We might win game. It might be our card, our trump card, our hidden trump card. Because
just hold on a second. Let's take this comment from my very good friend. He's from South Africa, a good fan of this program. He said that Pesitao is not the player we have. This boy is calling. He said Mofokeng. If that boy catch Sadiq, that Mofokeng, he played for Pirates in South Africa. You should go and ask the Benin Republic right back what he did to him. I'm just trying to say that Ismail Sadiq is not.
It's too poor. It's too poor. See, this is my thing here. If they are advocating for MPFL, why don't you develop the league? Why are you forcing players on us?
Goodness, yes.
Why are you forcing players on us? Look at this World Cup dilemma we're facing. It's because of this nonsense LPFL. It's all a combination of rubbish. Rubbish. And look at everything. The South African game we played at home, Taminu Benjamin was playing right back. Bright Osayi was playing left back. What kind of nonsense is that?
We just played with fire in that South African game.
Rubbish. If they want to start advocating, start developing that league. That's what they should do. Don't come out and force players on our throats. No. If they want that MPFL, develop that league very well. Look at Benjamin Frederick Academy. You know that there was if you pay attention at the dying minute, he started a counter. He gave the ball to Tolu back pass it to Desas. He started a counter. I was so surprised. Who's this boy? 19 years doing all this? I'm like, wow. I was so surprised. Like, if an academy player is playing this good, then really MPFL just know it's trash. It's just trash.
So, just another thank you, just for actually that contribution. So, for me, just to I know I'm coming, and whatever I'm coming to you. Just to have a question, I just think that I know that he's going to talk about the MPFL versus a big fan of the MPFL. He covers the MPFL very, very well. I think that based on one big journalist sent me a text yesterday, said that Smidayi, I'm happy that this thing now is happening in front of our eyes. That we can see it now in front of our eyes. So as it's going to be very difficult now for you to see. When you talk about the level, a player cannot be playing like the 4th division. So because he's doing well there, he's going to buy goods. Now we can see it with our eyes now.
There's levels
of the player. So thank you, chat, for that wonderful actually contribution. So thank you, chat. If you have another question, you can still come back again. But thank you.
No, before he goes, I just want to say some certain things, right? Yeah, thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah.
Charles, I just want to call your attention to some certain things. Yeah, we can come on here like this to analyze and call, but I just want to appeal to you that not next time, let us try as much as possible to be guided with the kind of words that we use, trash this, for the kind of job that people do to bring food to their table. I think it's not fair. Yes, we have standard. Whatever country in the world that you are, there are other countries that has a better standard in some certain area in anything. We know that we are not there yet. These guys up here, we discuss a lot in this life like this, behind the scenes, we discuss. We say things that we cannot even say here. Are you getting it now?
Yeah.
But, to some certain extent, to describe what we're doing at that level as trash, as this, no.
Okay.
Let me just say something.
I would say low level, not trash. Low level.
Better. You will just try like, it cannot match. And see, let me tell you something. Almost what you said, I said something very similar to that to this, my brother Adedoto, some days ago. And from what you have said from Smith-like position, what I told him some few days ago is what you guys are saying in another form. The fact that you play in one league that is in first division does not mean that somebody in a lower division cannot play better than you, even if you are playing in a first division somewhere else. It's about the quality where you are, what impact, where you are, what impact that place can make on you that matter most. And that is what we have seen in Frederick. See, let me tell you something. You might not take it.
I don't want us to listen to Linga for so long. Somebody just said that he's entitled to his opinion. He's just trying to back up what you said. But I want to say something.
No, of course, he's entitled to his opinion. But I'm just talking about choice of words. That's all.
Yeah, whatever. I'm coming. I know that I understand from his position. It depends on the type of adjective you want to use. But there are some things that some adjectives you're going to use that look so degrading. There's some that you're going to use that's going to be so moderate. So, in my opinion, here, I don't know how long you've been following me. I've used worse here to describe how shambolic Ismail Sadiq was. Honestly, I've used it to describe how shambolic. I said it here, whatever. That I've been watching football since God knows when. I've never seen a right back performance for Nigeria like this for the past 30 years. To play a game like this is just to tell you that if he's the best right back in the NPFL that they are bringing to Super Eagles like this, whatever, there's a big problem in Nigeria. So that's what I just think. I don't. Maybe he's even guided his own thing. I know that whatever you're still gonna have your full take on this matter, and we'll give you enough time to actually explain the whole thing. But for me, I just think that he's not smart. I don't know how to describe him. There's so many things wrong with Ismail Sadiq. Because he's 21 years of age. Because I thought it was his father. So he can still learn. So thank you, Charles, for your time. Thank you.
No problem. No problem.
Yeah. So
Thank you, Charles.
Let's okay. I thought you came for. Let's just have a take.
Let me tell you this. Whatever. See, there are some words we use here abroad that don't really mean something bad. When I first came here, when people say you are crazy, I was always angry. Not only that, it means that what it is, you are funny. So when they say fool here, doesn't mean it doesn't mean the fool we are saying. It's not like a slang, So sometimes the words we use here doesn't really mean that we are trying to reach somebody. It's just like a slang. It doesn't mean what you mean. But now, thank you. Let me just go straight to my point. Good game. Like I said on Nobody's Life, I don't know much about Trinidad and Tobago, but I think the three teams, Nigeria, Ghana, and Jamaica, they didn't come with their full squad, with their main squad.
Sorry, I don't know. Just give me 1 minute. Sorry, one minute, 10 seconds. Sorry, Olutola said that. Look at me. If you are, if you don't know, whatever, Nigerian journalist, very seasoned professional, is abroad now. You can see that he's abroad and covering the Unity Cup game. It's covered nearly all Nigerian competitions for the past 2 years that I know. So, and he didn't watch the game on TV. He watched the game live in the stadium. So I don't think any of us actually watched the stadium here. So there was something they said in the commentary box that he made a tackle, and the commentator said that you don't do this in 2025. This is not like 1950. Not to tell you.
I saw a couple of like 2 times or 3 times that he did that at the game.
So just please continue. Sorry for just getting you. Sorry.
Thank you. So, like I said, the 3 things I knew a lot about, they didn't come with their full squad. So I'll say just a good game. Congrats to the boys. Those that got their debuts, and those that played well, and those that didn't play well, congrats to them. Let me first start. Bali, I see, even though he lost experience last year, he's trying to be a better there now, committing with him and his family. I wish him to see Johnny back home. Others are going to Russia. We need Johnny Messi and we say safety in Russia because we know what's going on between Russia and Ukraine now. We pray they will not be caught in the war. Let me say, Chukwu is a good game. Good game. I hope this is not just against let me put the word depleted team of Jamaica and depleted team of Ghana. I hope when we meet the real opponents, it will continue this, good game. I'll give you that. I think this has come to stay. Good job. But what I always say, bro, when I was playing football, I was playing defensive midfield and as a defender. I'm telling you, if I play right back, Moses Simon can never beat me because he can never beat me because he scared this one way. I know his game is one way. He can never beat me. I think he needs to be dynamic. He needs to be dynamic. He shouldn't let people. You see, I got at the stage. He could not beat the Jamaicans. They already know his game. He should be dynamic. That's not on that. Neta Telag, he showed class. The pass he gave to Samuel Chukwueze, that the Samuel Chukwueze scored, that's how to know a good player. Then on Benjamin Fredericks, he did well. He played well.
Sorry for getting you. So, since you go, I can see you. I also can see Henry too. Please, I'll bring you on as soon as possible now. Continue. I'm sorry.
Benjamin Fredericks, good game. We watched him at under 20. We all fell in love with him and we said nice things about him. You know, say nice things about him. But still, I'm disappointed in journalists hyping him with one game. I can never. I've been watching football, analyze football, and I played a game to semi-pro. I will never use a match to judge a player. I will never use a match to rate a player. I will not. The first man, Sodi played for Nigeria. I didn't mock him. I thought I believe he was going to come good. But the last 2 matches played, I think the guy doesn't. To me, doesn't merit the national team call up. But I will not. And like I said, Benjamin Frederick is a good player. I was under 20. You know, and I won't use this match to rate him. I'm sorry to say that. I want to rate him. So I won't say, oh, you should not bench Ajayi or anybody. No, I won't try to rate him. And I said it to all I did that. I want for him to go out on loan to get first team football. You see, like I said, like if they are called Vince Osuchi, I will never say a word because he played first team football in Tama for able to Belgium. So I will never miss a word. I will not say anything. So, I'm not saying players are not good.
Sorry for getting you. I can see you, Uche. I can also see you, Michael. Please just hold on. I'll bring you after the other, please. When it's actually done.
I want the boy to be well. I want a partnership. I want to see a partnership or the trio of Kavin Bassi, Benjamin Frederick, and Vince Osuchi. But still, I'm still on my opinion that, and I said that even if Benjamin has scored 5 goals yesterday, I'm still my opinion that he did not merit the call-up. Even when they said, oh, it was from all level that the guy was in camp. When they needed to bring somebody, I expected somebody to announce to all this. Don't say, don't keep us in the dark. Oh, we have issue with the team. We need players to complement the team. They are bringing somebody. I don't have a problem with that. But see, bringing in people through back doors, it is what is watering down our football.
Actually. So, okay. So, I don't know, maybe you want him. Are you done?
No. I'm not done. Please remember, I told you the first time they invited Benjamin Tanimu, they said Bender Insurance, and he had played 3 matches for EFU. Do not keep us in the dark. Do not water down the player of our football Super Eagles. Invite players. Use a normal criteria standard to invite players. There's no anybody can tell me about the inclusion of Benjamin Frederick in this match that we agree. This one, I'm not ready to argue with anybody. There's nothing anybody can say. And quote me anywhere. It's like you talk about Leo Ferdinand. Ferdinand played many matches for West Ham before he was in that camp. And I said I played many matches for Southampton before it was 990, before it was 990. They are playing first football. So I'm just saying we should please set a standard to our football.
So you can address what he said.
We should take. I'm not arguing. Like I said, good job, good play. I saw some qualities. I saw some of the qualities in him that actually improved more than the under 20. Good one, but. Someone just saying that about this boy, this Santos Uche, that boy should be invited from next match because I see I see the replica of Emmanuel Okocha in that boy. Those anybody that watches Emmanuel Okocha, the guy is strong. He can drive with the ball. He can drive with the ball. So this boy is now bringing memory of the late Midalawa. And I pray, I hope they give him more time. I'm sorry, I love Oyedika, but I'm very sorry. I don't think Oyedika can express Xatos Uche. I love his competition, so strong on the ball. Felix Agu, thank you for coming at the right time. And thank you for coming at the right time. I pray even Pro will also improve too. But all in all, you go boo. I think he needs to learn a lot more. He needs to learn a lot more. But one thing, but Sadiq is smiling, bending. Baba should go and be bending it in FBFL. And Chan, it's not, no. I'm just saying, do not use Pangus I'm saying, to boost players. I'm telling you, the coach of Brentford will not use yesterday's match to start playing the Benjamin Fredericks because they are not. He's not a guava or our local coaches. So that just that.
Thank you. A very good and comprehensive submission. I know that a lot of people in the conversation here will actually would agree. So I just want to thank you because of there's loads of people waiting here after actually allow you to actually go. But if whatever address some issue and it prompts you, you can still come back and say that you want to address that. But for now, afterwards,
let me exit. Thank you.
I don't.
Okay. So I'm going
to go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead or whatever. Thank you.
Okay, I think basically a lot of what Mr. Adedotu said about Frederick. One, I want us to know that no situation is the same. There are reasons behind the scene that people really don't get to know that deserve some actions to be taken. Mm-hmm. Number one, since day one that we have been talking about this boy, unfortunately, Mr. Adedotu did not take his time to notice what I'm saying. I do agree with him that it is not yet time for Frederick to come to the Super Eagles. Mm-hmm. In that department, we still have a couple of people who I believe are still ahead of him. If you look at performance at the club level, does he merit to be called to the Super Eagle? The answer is no. Mm-hmm. Now, there's a situation in camp, and that situation has to be addressed. Mm-hmm. Are you getting this now? A man who is wearing the shoe is the only one that can tell where he pinches. Mm-hmm. Now, the closest person at that time that can rescue that situation, almost a week after that leagues have ended in Europe, was when this situation happened, was this boy. We know his talent. He was scored. To the point that Mr. Adedotu was saying, backdoor, this, that. There was about 2 days, 3 days, the NFF was planning his invitation, that they have to, first of all, notify his club before they make any announcement. But all of this must happen within just about 24 hours or thereabouts. So you have to notify, they have to give the go-ahead before you make any announcement that this boy is in camp or so. Before all of this will happen, the game yesterday is already here. Mm-hmm. So there's no breaking of law in you not announcing that he's in camp. He's in Nigeria. There's no doubt about this. And one thing I just want us to know is that there are certain times, even in courts, in most part of the world, there are certain people when they commit some certain offenses, they temper justice with mercy because of what they bring to the society. In the most difficult place to get an academic player in today, one of the most difficult places in Europe today is England. Mm-hmm. But the same England, when a club appeals for a special talent, they do grant work permit to such a talent, only if you can prove. And no doubt with what Benjamin Frederick has done over time, I think it falls within that category. And it's not proving us wrong. He's not the same Adedotun that is saying that he cannot use a game. He has used a game to condemn several players. One game. And again in football, under 5 minutes, maybe your first control self can tell somebody that, oh, this guy will be a good player. Or no, there's nothing in this guy. It could be the pass that you will do. It could be your control. Max, under 5-10 minutes. Anybody that is a scout will tell you what a player can be. Smith, I want to take you back before I drop my mic. No, sorry, please. I want to take you back to before I drop my mic. If you remember very well, my first statement to you on this boy was that if he gets a very good angler to handle him, he's a Van Dijk-like player. That's what I said to you about 2 years ago now. I don't know if you remember. More than 2 years ago.
It's over that. Even over that.
It's better.
It's been a long time, because I remember you said in 2022 on Smith Live that there was a boy on ABS that was dribbling everyone, and I assume it's Benjamin Fredericks.
Thank you very much. So that is it. So, but now, some years after now,
I just because that's what
I'm talking about.
Well, I have a question before I bring you, Mr. Kingsley Patrick, to say something. So, Michael, I can see you, Michael. Please be patient. I'll bring you on very soon. And also Uche and Henry. I see you. Henry, you are next. Henry, followed by Uche, followed by Mr. Michael. Just as the way you actually joined. I'll bring you on very soon. Just be patient. I want to ask you what about this question. People have been asking this question. Based on what we saw, Benjamin did, and his composure and everything that he did, do you think that the Premier League 2, the league of the under 21s in England, is better than the FPFL?
I mean, for me, I think yes. Yes, because the coaches, in terms of what is available to them, in terms of education, is better than us. So the facilities, they play their football. The under 21 that you are talking about play at the Arsenal's Emirates Stadium. They play at the Manchester United Stadium. Are you getting this? Now, the Nottingham Forest people also play at the City Ground. When you want to play football, if you want to play good football, you need good facility to do it. So now they have good education, they have good facility. These are some of the things that we lack in our place. Are you getting it now? And if you use those two factors, you definitely agree with me that I think it's
okay. I will not take you down. Let me just because still going to answer some very questions. But people have been saying that you are there's a way you are saying because maybe you are defending the system, but don't worry. Mr. Kingsley, the floor is yours. Before I talk to Kingsley, let me hear from you.
So what's the question?
No, the issue is this. No, we just finished the Unity Cup and we are trying to review. So I don't know if you watched the games, the Unity Cup. So which player do you think impressed you? And the right back is Ismail Sadiq. He plays in the MPFL for Raymond Stars. People have been complaining about his level. Do you think that the MPFL level, the way we used to use the MPFL in the past, do you think the level is now too low for a player to play for the Super Eagles from the MPFL?
I think if I watch, I think this is not, I think I remember that guy when we finished the judge was coach. He played against, is it Benin Republic? We lost in the, I don't know, I think it's the World Cup qualifier. We lost, is it 2-1? I think he played also, I think I've watched that guy before. He has potential. He has potential, but his game is not yet polished. But he has potential, in terms of, I think, overlapping. But he still has potential. You can still use him. I think he was.
He's still 21. Do you think he can still grow? He's 21.
You say what?
He's still 21 years of age, Do you think he can still improve?
There is still room for improvement. I think he has tried. I think he was the guy that gave the cross against Ghana that they scored the goal. So he's still good. I didn't rate him badly. There is still room for improvement because he's still work in progress. Because what I saw of that team is not yet the team that can still be South Africa in South Africa, because I watch Mamelodi Sundowns and Pyramids finals of the CAF Champions League, and I knew, even though Pyramids won that match, but they were very lucky because Mamelodi Sundowns just missed several key chances. The way they penetrate, and to play against North Africa in North Africa is not easy. So for these guys to play like this against a North African opposition, then the Nigerians need to up their game for them to be able to get a result in South Africa in the World Cup. So you say what?
My final question to you is this: it's about Siri Desas. A lot of people have been talking about how impressive the guy actually was in these two games. Do you think that the guy deserves a call-up to the World Cup qualifier in September?
I think he's he deserves. I think he's not the first. I think I watched him against Mexico.
Yeah.
In the one they lost 2-1 in AT&T Stadium in is it Houston or Dallas? So I think it's not the first time. I think he scored the consolation goal that day from Bass's cross. He converted the cross. So it's not the first time he's playing for Nigeria. And also he scored against Ghana in Morocco in the friendly match. So I think he deserves a call-up. I think to me, he deserves a call-up, even though he's not in the class of Victor Osimhen and Ademola Lookman. But he fight for ball. He still has that, things to, even though he plays in the Scottish League, which is not really rated very high in Europe, but he still has a lot to offer. If I am to assess him, he has something. Then, but one thing is that our defense is still suspect.
Yeah, your take of Benjamin Frederick's place before we.
The guy tried. He tried. He tried. I was impressed. He's a small guy, which needs, but he gave a good account of himself, considering his size and exposure. And I don't subscribe to the idea of somebody must be playing in a big team. This thing is a matter of luck. Somebody can come and get a work permit. Somebody may not be able to get. Somebody can be playing in a low. I remember Awonini played with the same under-17 with Ihana Chop. He couldn't get work permit. Several times they refused him work permit. Liverpool continued to loan him. But Ihana Chop just got work permit immediately because Manuel Pellegrini, coach of Man City, then helped him. He was using him in friendlies, and Ihana Chop was able to get a work permit. But this guy didn't get. So it was finally recently that he got and moved to Nottingham Forest. But he after several loan spell, when Liverpool they couldn't, and this thing is luck. I remember also against Giannas was supposed to play for Birmingham. He was refused work permit because the law then was that you have to play 75% of your national team matches in the last 1 year, and your national team must be in the first 20 in FIFA ranking. So Nigeria was not in the first 20 in FIFA ranking, but he has played up to 75% of Nigerian team matches then. But there's the home office still refuse work permit. So such things, sometimes. So that guy that is playing in Division 3 or 2 does not really matter. The guy that scored against the Zimbabwe guy that scored against us in the World Cup and also against South Africa, the guy was released by Wolves. He used to play for Wolves. Wolves says he's not good enough, and he went to championship, and you saw how he performed in the national team. So these things are luck. So far, the person can do well. And then you can also use that as a yardstick. I'm not usually using that you have to play for Tottenham, play for Man U or this. All those things are luck.
Thank you, Mr. Patrick, for that contribution. So I also enjoyed that. So I have to actually let you go now. Thank you for your love. You always show the love. So, guys, I know I'm telling you now, Mr. Patrico.
Did you watch the Champions League final?
Yeah, I watched the Champions League final, and that was why I said that I was so impressed with sports on that.
No, that Champions League final was the highest score line in the history of because I remember 1994 when AC Milan beat Barcelona 4-0. AC Milan 1989 beat Steaua Bucharest of Romania 4-0. Bayern in 1974 beat Atletico 4-0. You know, that's the, you know, and remember the last one was 1960 when Real Madrid beat entrant Frankfurt 7-3, but the scoreline was still 4-0. So but demolished 5-0 in the finals is not a joke.
Very interesting. So thank you for your contribution today. After I let you go, let's also bring more people. Thank you, Mr. Christy. So another Titi Gogo. Yeah, I know that we have been singing some chat. You know,
yeah, I've just been.
This guy's your city, but I don't say you're busy. This man is your city. So, go take it up from where I know that you have been talking behind the scene.
We'll start from the goalkeeper. You know, Mobile. I still don't like some of the stuff.
I want to bring Henry. Sorry, Uche, I'll bring you on that very soon. Sorry, Henry. I didn't know the whole thing changed. Sorry, Uche, I'll bring you on that, Uche. So continue.
It's okay. You would have brought anybody. It's okay.
No, that's fine. Just the sequence where you guys actually were joined us. So you see, you joined after.
Umwabali. I don't like some of the stuff he does, but I think he played both of the games because he's not going to the Russia. So Okoye will definitely start against Russia, I believe. Going to the defense, I think the coach made a mistake by starting, two kind of inexperienced players on the right side. Because both of our goals came from there, and because mainly of Sadiq's fault, because he lost about 7 1v1s. The guy that plays in League 2 was just dribbling him up and down, left and right. He tried to break the guy's leg after he was tired in the 70th minute. It was a disgraceful performance from him. And then Benjamin Frederick didn't have the experience, to kind of realize that he needs to cover for him. And the time he had to make, last ditch tackles, and Imobali was hyping him up. He shouldn't be having to do that sort of stuff. But it's inexperience. When Sadiq was beaten, he wasn't in the correct position to kind of block the near post cross. But he will learn from these things. And then going over to left back, I'm happy that Felix Aigo. I really like the way he plays. He's aggressive. The way he was going forward. Up and down. But he wasn't really connected with Simon Moses. But I think that's just because Simon Moses just likes to play his own game. Hugging the ball. It can be a good thing sometimes, but also it can be a negative to the team. But one thing, I still don't think Nathan Tella has really lived up to expectation. Every time I watch him, I'm expecting him to just do more and more and more. When you watch him in Burnley in that 2 seasons ago, some of the stuff he would do on the wing, it was crazy. And when he comes to national team, I still don't think he's comfortable.
I think a central midfielder to this.
Yeah, but he can do even there. He can do so much more. I just don't feel. I don't think
he's talented.
He's so talented that it just I'm so disappointed that when I'm watching him, going to the strikers, because the midfielders in Ndidi, Onyeka, we know that it was a complete and utter farce that Onyeka wasn't called up to the last window. We know everyone said it. How can Papa Daniel be ahead of Onyeka, who was playing week in, week out in the Bundesliga? There's no discussion about it. If you're doing the team on merit, he has to be there ahead of him. There's nothing you can dispute about that. Going to the strikers, Ndidi, Dessers and Chukwueze is really finding his form in that new attacking midfield position. It looks like he has more space. The players aren't able to predict that he's going on his left foot. I don't know how you've ever watched Chukwueze and you let him go on his left foot in the box and shoot. But I think it's because, he's in a different position. So you can't just show him and leave the right space open because, he's in the middle of the pitch now. he has more options to move. But if you're talking about striker options, now who would you drop Boniface now for Dessers in the next window, or would you, or if you're taking 3 strikers?
So sorry, somebody just accused me here of defending Teller and not defending somebody that got cooked 7 times. Ismail Sadiq. See, the issue is this: Sadiq had a very bad game, and I cannot come here and tell you that he did well. Sadiq Ismail played his primary position as a right back, or I don't know whatever they actually want to call it, and he had a very bad game. In both 2 games. For example, now the first game against Ghana, he got cooked again too. The second game too, he got into problems. So I just think that if we should
that's another question I have. Some journalists were talking about how Isaac Xavier has been really good in training, this and that, and how she deserves a chance. So I heard that Eric Chelle called him up to come and join them in Russia. But how the hell did Sadiq Ismail get called up to come and join the team in Russia as well? That's a complete and utter disgrace. And that's another thing, because I watched a couple of Benjamin Frederick's game in Brentford. He mainly plays as a right back.
Yeah.
So I thought I was gonna see him as a right back, because I think that's much more easier for him to integrate into the team as a
like
right
the
back.
way Joseph Yobo integrated,
Yeah.
Like the way Joseph Yobo actually integrated.
Less pressure, because he still has quite a small frame.
Yeah.
So if he's up against a big striker, you might see a different problem as well.
Yeah. So Olewa, I'm going to ask you a question before I go to Henry, just to answer some of his questions. Can you just tell us your conversation with the coach about Benjamin Fredericks?
Well, I think the coach at the press conference, post-match conference.
I want your, not the press conference.
Okay. Well, I think the coach said he still has a lot to learn, which I quite agree.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, with the way he's going, if he keep it up like that, he's the future of the team, of the national team. Is one of the future of the national team. That's what, personal conversation with the coach. That's what the kind of opinion he hold against Benjamin Frederick.
Yeah. So when there's been issues about withdrawals and counter withdrawals. So I think I'm hearing that civil defense will not be part of the Russian.
Yeah, I think today I got a couple of news. Samuel Chukwueze, Seredeza, Shemilore Ajayi, if that is correct. I think Wilfred Ndidi too.
Wow.
Those 4 players will not be traveling. What I'm told when I asked of those that were called was that they will meet in that place. But I've also heard that Olaina might not honor that particular game. I asked of those who were invited, others, but they said they will be joining them in Russia. The party in London left London I think about 2 hours ago, thereabout, for Russia.
How many home-based players left with the team?
I think because of the withdrawal, I think it was left with, originally they were supposed to go with just only 1 home-based player.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, as far as the home-based issues were concerned, I think they now, increase the number to 3. I'm told that Ismail Sadiq might be going. Sikiru Alimi might also be there. I can't remember the 3rd person.
Papa Daniel.
Yes, I think Papa Daniel.
I think Frederick is going as well.
Yeah. Frederick Travel can confirm that. Frederick.
What about Felix Agu?
Felix Agu has not asked for excuse, so I'm sure that he's going to make it too.
I think some players refuse to go to Russia as well.
No, not really. Like in the case of Seredesas, this is not official. Yeah, this is not official. But one of the things I got, in the camp was that he's going to be getting married probably this weekend. So he needs time off to, prepare for that occasion, and I think it's a valid excuse for him to not to be involved in that game.
But he wasn't even invited to the Russia game. Yeah.
You see, when I was reacting to Mr. Dedotun the other time, I said it. There are certain things that can bring about a change that were not there already. Originally, Kelechi Iheanacho, I also had that it might probably not be to Russia. Samuel Chukwueze, Kelechi Iheanacho himself, Wilfred Ndidi were all supposed to be in Russia. But suddenly, many of them withdrew from that particular trip. So something has to be done. So if something is done, then anybody that has not been included in the list before now can be called upon immediately, to block the vacuum.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, whatever, and thank you. Just go. Any other question? I want to bring. Yeah, whatever.
No, that's it. You can bring in someone else. Thank
you, whatever, too, for joining me. I want to wrap it up now. Thank you, whatever. We'll talk at the back end.
Thank you.
Thank you, whatever. Thank you. So I will just take care of that. So, Eri, your submission.
Yeah, man, my brother. Tough one. I mean, I don't like to be as harsh as you, but I don't think. I think everybody saw Sadiq's flaw. Everybody saw it. Like going forward, that assist was a good cross. There was also a cross he pulled out to what's his name, the Tulu. Good. I think he has that. You understand? And he's very confident in that ability. It is good, but I think everybody saw the fact that it was so easy to get past him. Yeah, and his tackles, maybe that's what he needs to work on. I don't know. I would not be the one to say he should not be invited or he should be, but hopefully let the coach make his decision. I'm sure he's seen some of those things. He's seen the effort he's putting in training, because sometimes there's also the human aspect of decision making, right? Sometimes these people are human beings at the end of the day. But the other things I want to talk about was Cyril Dessers. We've talked before. I don't know. Nigerian media needs to be very careful. I remember when Cyril Dessers played against Ghana in the previous friendly match for Finidi George. I said, this guy looks good, but everybody was like, he didn't play well. He wasn't. I was like, come on. Dessers is a good player, and he's been doing this. This is how he plays. He did not even do more than what he's done before. So Dessers has been. He's even more of a typical Nigerian number 9 than any other. Even Osim himself, I would say, he's the kind of number 9 that we are very used to. That runs everywhere. That just gives you presence in the attack. He's very fit, and he's very intelligent. He was intelligent enough to play around Tolu Arokudare. Tolu Arokudare could not play around Osimhen against Zimbabwe. He was occupying the same space with Osimhen. And he doesn't even know how to head. You understand? If there is any player that needs to drop, for me, I will drop Tolu ahead. If there's any player that needs to drop out of number 9, that the man cannot head. He has the same weakness as Paul Onuachu. Big men that cannot head. How would you be a big man that can't head? So Paul Onuachu used to have that problem in Belgium. A 6'7" man, you will cross the ball. A short man would jump ahead of him. Thomas Suchek, when they played Aston Villa, Suchek was jumping higher than him. And this is a 6'7" man. You understand? I was like, why? It's not possible. You are bigger than him. If they see any tall man that can play, this is what we expect. And Paul Onuachu has gone to Southampton. He scored some headed goals. For me, if you want to be inviting Tolu, I would make a case that, if you are compared to Tolu and Paul Onuachu, I will take the improved version of Paul Onuachu if I need a header. You understand? This Tolu still has he has a lot of stuff to work on. You understand? In terms of, he had 2 free headers and he was hitting it with the other side of his head. Go and watch it. That was poor. You understand? So, but like I said, there's a human element to making this decision to call up players. I don't want to. It's it's not easy to be at this level of football. You understand? But
it's not easy.
yeah, it's not easy. Benjamin Frederick, good player. The gamble worked, but like TC Gogo, I thought they should put in the right back. And the last part of what I want to talk about is the coach.
So why do you think he should be right back?
That's the best. See, they should blend him from there. They should because you had Semi Ajayi that was sitting on the bench. Yeah. I don't think a young player should be benching Semi Ajayi at this point. Too, when you had him, there is no point. Let him play, then let him be guided by Semi Ajayi. You understand? But the gamble paid off.
Just like Yobo and
yeah. Yeah, but the gamble paid off. But if it didn't pay off, I would have come for the coach.
Mm-hmm.
You know that, right? Mm-hmm. You know, like if this gamble did not pay off, we would have been talking about the coach today.
About the coach too. Yeah.
Yes. So my problem is Igbo, he showed some flaws. That positional awareness that you said, that second goal, you just captured it. He did the same mistake against Ghana too. He did not pick the right man. His decision making didn't pick the right man, and that's because I'll tell you why. I'll tell you, I'm not making any excuse for him, but I think it's because he's used to playing on the right side of defense. So he's used to those crosses coming on the near side. So when he's going back to goal and he's on the far side, I think he needs somebody to pull him in.
Yeah.
You understand? You need somebody to tell him to pull in. You understand? He's not used to playing on the left side. That's what I think. But I don't know. This is just from me because. So,
Mr. Mike, you can go and come back quickly. I will wait for you. Is it okay? I think you say your mic is not really working, so you can try and
okay.
Go
so I don't want to take too long because of others.
I'm adding up now. So I would rather wait. So can you stay in the video slightly?
Oh yes, sir. Sorry. So what I just want to say is finally is on the coach. Mm-hmm. I think I'm having a little bit of an issue with some of the decisions of the coach. Mm-hmm. Second half and his early pick. I want to see this as a friendly match. Mm-hmm. He hasn't sorted out the defensive problem. He should know this. No, because Russia will not show those. I'll tell you for a fact now, Russia will not show those defensive problems. It's only in Africa that players like to run direct. Black players like to run direct.
So can I ask you a question? So how do you expect him to start that defensive problem when the players even called about fringe players? For example, now when the conversation with him, he wanted somebody that can partner Bassi effectively too. He also wanted someone in like that can help in that left back situation. I think that's the reason why they brought in Felix Agu, in that regard. And also too, and the central back situation, I think they brought in Igor Ogbu. We want to see Igor Ogbu. Semi Ajayi.
But Igor Ogbu was now made to play on the left side when you need someone.
Because that boy could not play on the Semi Ajayi could not play on the left at all.
He doesn't like it. I know Semi Ajayi doesn't.
Let me just address this question quickly. I have serious questions about squad division. Why? See, the issue is this. I've already explained about this squad division. That the man's go be in charge of the Chan team, so that's why I have to call the home-based players. I'll give my own. For me too, I think that the home-based players, the quality was just too low. That's just the reason why the quality was just too low. So, and I know that he knows these things now very well. That there's going to be a big job for him to do in Chan. This guy is neat. For me now, the captain of the champion Nigeria could not even get a minute. The level was too low.
And who is the captain? Sorry,
Unduka Junior.
Unduka Junior, and he's a centre back.
Yes.
So we could not even play him. But Papa Daniel, I mean, look, see, I'll tell you for a fact, Moses Simon, Samuel Chukwueze, and Teller, they're average. I watched them. This is the first time I even was now looking at them closely. These players are they are just average players. He played well today, but there were some things I decided to see that you were talking about, and
Yeah.
his average, he needs to improve. It's not. This is look. His decision making is poor. When he's supposed to pass, he
Yeah,
will try to
poor.
take on.
Yeah.
He spends too much time trying to think of what to do.
Yeah, that's the problem with him.
They will tackle you.
Mhm.
Which kind? In Africa, you can't do that.
Mhm.
In Europe, they will give you time to, and
think.
two men will join. You understand? They will double up on you. But in
Yeah.
Africa, they will just remove your leg sometimes.
Mhm.
This is the difference between playing in Africa and playing in Europe.
Mhm.
You understand? So when you are playing in Europe, in Africa, the defenders are much more confident that they can take you. They are not scared of
Yeah.
what you will do. That's the difference. You understand? So for Samuel Chukwueze, decision making is his big problem. When to take on, when to pass, when to move with the ball. You understand? When to take up good positions. Because there are sometimes he would there was that when we're passing like this.
Mhm.
You understand? He would go take up Teller's position sometimes. He doesn't know when to come in. He doesn't like you see, look, maybe we can discuss it behind. I'll show you some things I think you should know that made me conclude that I think some of them are just average. Modi Simon is well average. It's not a good
I think it's average.
He just wants to be in the team
Yeah.
as much and goes to the World Cup. But Moses Simon, these are players who should bring in from the bench. You understand? They should still sit on the bench, then you bring them in. Then lastly on the coach, I think the coach he needs to work on that defense. And he needs to tell himself, I know it's a younger coach, that sometimes he will play three at the back. When he wants to see out a win, he should stop this high pressure all the time. This will be the death of him. You understand? Because if he starts losing game from the front, from winning positions, Nigerians will come for him. Sometimes you just say yourself, look, I want to see how this win. Let me humble enough, prove two defenders, let them see out my win. Then you understand, because he even said it during the press conference that he doesn't think that high pressure from the start to finish is not going to work. It did not even work with Mali. The weather, everything. You are playing against many things. Against South Africa, don't do it. South Africa would come and score. You understand?
So do you think that if you play high pressure in the first half against Africa and try being conservative slightly in the second half, this is going better?
I want him to react because I haven't, we talked about the reaction. His reaction for some of the matches has not been good.
Do you think that he reacted badly against Zimbabwe when he couldn't score the goal and the games were stretching? He had to change some few things.
When we scored the goal against Zimbabwe, his instructions was conflicted because when he brought in Onyedika, if you notice, Onyedika wanted to keep the ball. Well, they were trying to pass. It's like they got some instruction from the coach to go forward. So they did not know when he was bringing those substitutes. He didn't tell them what to do.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't want to think this is typical. Maybe because of the spirit of the game. I think also he communicates he communicates this unsettledness to the players. That's why players are always jittery. Papa Dade was busy making errors. You understand? Was tackling hard. You understand? Because I think somebody should tell them to relax and play. You understand? Play sometimes.
I listened to one of the backroom staff. I'm coming home, and there's Usha and Michael. So Michael, please. I was listening to one of the backroom staff, talking about the game after Zimbabwe. That what really actually what happened in that game after? What was the instruction? It was that it's a qualifier. We are behind. After 1-0, the coach told them that you can still put pressure on these guys. We can still get one more. And I think that we had the chance. Was it a chance from Ndidi that
yes.
We had some opportunities that I think there was one offside against Alukodai that was not offside. Which
wasn't offside.
Offside.
I don't even think Tolu will score.
If it was offside. So
with open goal, Tolu is not gonna be the player that will score.
Let me just I just think that I think he's learning now that even 1-0 man, because he was thinking that deficits, goals different deficit. That was what he was thinking in his head. That let's go.
I understand.
But now he understands that 1-0 will be enough. So I think he has learned from that, because if you look at the way he ended Jamaica game, it was different from the way he ended Ghana game. You know, the Ghana game will end the Ghana game under pressure, but the way he ended Jamaica game, we were the one in the front foot. So,
Yeah.
so Eri, Eri, don't go yet. So we'll hang together. So, Ushe, your thought, please. I'm going to you, Michael.
Yes, few points of my observation from the match. I feel like he wanted to show everybody that this home based players, they are not good by putting just one person, because if he had put the rest, we would have lost the two games. So I feel like he wanted the place he can consider that, okay, if this place, if they attack through this wing, I can still cover up. And so that's why you could see at the point Benjamin Frederick was able to read when Sadiq lost the ball. And one thing I liked about Benjamin Frederick, it was more like he was observant. He started running at very early enough, and then waited for the opportunity where the winger played the ball far away from his leg before hitting the ball. He didn't just hit it immediately. He didn't just tackle him immediately. He waited, anticipated when he made the mistake, then kicked the ball out. So on that thing is Ismail Sadiq. I don't know why they took him to Russia. I feel like he needs to go back home. He's not, I'm sorry to say, oh, I know there's football age. He's not 21. That guy is close to 35. That guy, because he's not keeping up. He's not keeping up. Any African winger would beat him for pace. And that I cannot see why Remo Stars did not make it to the what's the name, to the group stages of Champions League. So, because if you have that kind of talent, the Egyptians will beat you. The whatever you're playing against, because they're being trained better than you. So I feel like I was even expecting him to play Ojeto, the Korodu United guy. But it looks like
No.
so the thing is, I wonder why Nigeria journalists, you are pushing the idea that these guys are good. It's showing they are not good. See, what's his name, Papa Daniel. Papa Daniel was the way he was tackling the ball in the first game. You could see that there's too many deficiency. That's why whenever they go for trials, they cannot make it. We keep saying this thing, but somehow it's like you're trying to take away that they've done it before. 2005, 2004, the game was still good in Nigeria. It still had good tacticians. It still had good coaches that are training these guys. But right now, football has moved ahead. You can see what's his name? Agu, when he came in. You could see he knew when to move up. He knew when to come into the midfield. He knew when to overrun, like to keep running forward. So you can see the difference between what's the name, someone that was well trained, and you can see when Bruno Yemachi came in, you can see the different levels. You see that we dropped, and what's his name, Moses Simon. I agree with what Henry said. Like Moses Simon should not be playing at the beginning of the match. He should come in like maybe second half if they want to run the game or they want more speed, because I noticed that his decision making is very, very poor. That sometimes the what's his name, Agu will give him like a cue to lead the pass. He will delay it, and just want to do what he wants to do. Like there was even the goal that we scored, the one that Chukwueze scored. You saw he held on to the ball for so long, and they almost lost the ball. It was Agu that had to defend the ball again, and before he could lay the pass to Pella.
Sorry, Uche, I want to ask you a question, because I didn't even ask Eddie this question, but maybe we can answer it later. I want to ask you a question before I move on to Mr. Michael. You know that when I saw the runs that Agu was making, he was making inverted runs, like in the box, not the trying to give Simon width. He was making inverted runs, like he wants the true ball. He wants to be in
he wants the ball, so he can. So once he gets into the what's in the 18, he can maybe drop the ball back.
And he was looking for spaces all the time.
All the time.
But they didn't find him. Because I watched it so many times on Premier Sport. Keep on finding those spaces, but they couldn't find him. Do you think that that is chemistry? Because he's playing for the first time. That's the reason why he's like that.
But I feel it's a normal standard in Europe. If Lookman was to sit down, Lookman will drop the pass.
I think so too.
Lookman will drop the pass because it's a normal what's the name play. Like it's something that you see every day in European football. So why is he holding to the ball? So these are the simple things. Like okay, with Chukwueze, I feel like just more time, give him more time, he might get it right. But there's no guarantee that he would. And from what I'm seeing that okay, he's trying to from the coach's perspective, he's trying to ensure that there's chemistry between Ndidi and Frank Oyeka. So they'll be our sitting midfielders. But since Ndidi is not making it, I think one other person that can come in is Onyedika. Like Onyedika will be good at sitting with what's his name, Frank Oyeka. So I feel going forward, those are the two midfielders he wants to use. I heard some Nigerian journalists asking why didn't he use a Savior, and I'm like, he's also trying to ensure that he knows his two sitting midfielders before the next qualifiers. So that's why I feel what's his name, Ndidi is playing longer, and he has no one to substitute. Papadane cannot do the job. Savior cannot do the job. You see, Igueze, whatever his name is, sorry, I don't want to butcher his name. He's not doing the job. So I feel like our journalists in Nigeria have to help us. They have to help us. Our league is not up to standard. If in the next 5 years we're able to get to the quarterfinal of the Champions League, Confederation Cup, then they can bring in those guys from there. But right now, we are not here yet.
Thank you, Uche. We're going to come to you because it's going to be a final question on the first Agu. But I want to go to Michael. Thank you for your patience. You have been waiting for a very long time. Thank you for your patience. So you can talk now. You can unmute yourself and talk.
Thank you for the opportunity. I hope you can hear me because
we can hear you. I think your mic is not well. We can manage.
Okay. So number one, what I've seen from what everybody has said is that the short-term fix for Nigerian football is that we should start looking for guys gone abroad and those who pass through the academy and left. It's unfortunate that what has happened is that there is a stagnation in the league.
Yes.
So it is the same standard that they were still playing in '94 that they are still playing. It is not that they don't have the same talent they had in '94. It is just that others have put science into football and we have not put it. So the gap is now showing and it's now seeming as if we are really retrogressing. All this really said that would make them out that they are very good during their days. If they are born this time, they will be facing the same problem too because they will not have learned the science. They will just be the raw talent. So when Olise was playing, it's about talent, the Baggio or those guys, Maradona, it's raw talent, share football. But now it's science, and you can see that those players that are Nigerian breed don't have that science with them. They don't have that science with their football. And that is the major issue that we are having. Unfortunately, we are also a nation that breeds greedy people. So that something is not fine, but that thing will pay you at that time to give you money. So we push it. The coach is not a stupid man. I was watching some guys, they called themselves the final whistle. They were saying that they are angry that the coach did not put these local boys. How is he going to develop? I was just laughing. If you are good, you are good. For the coach to use Benjamin, he saw 10 minutes training and he was impressing you. If the guy no good, he no good put him on. See, if the guy from MPFL was better, you would have put him now. But he saw maybe 10 or 20 minutes training from me. See how Benjamin was calm. There was a time he was under pressure. And he did something like a Marcel Roulette, something like that. He did a Marcel Roulette and he mixed himself out of oncoming rushing striker. I can bet you Sadiq will fall down. They made a pass on Sadiq's wing. Instead of Sadiq to run a little and stop the ball, he was trying to slide without nobody there, and the ball passed him. Sliding to go the ball that nobody is putting any pressure on you. So, henceforth, I think that we should also make. It's just that I don't know how we can do it. We should also have our campaign to campaign against bringing MPFL players until they get to maybe semi-final in Champions League, as I said. Why would some people just be hell bent on destroying the team? So we now have Benjamin, who is on that 21, better than the best right back. Eh? I don't, and what Mr. Oyinlo was saying, he's using all this Yoruba, Yoruba, Magba, know the work for some things. You see. Just do that thing scientifically. Do it well. So if it is for us to start going to Belgium to go and be getting our own under 21 boys that are playing their second division, that we can pick talent, I think it would be better for us now. Why they work on that league? If they don't work on that league, it is just this eyesore that we'll be seeing. For Papa Daniel was called the best player before Isaac. Now that Papa Daniel is not playing too well, now Isaac is better. They had one boy then who uses left that Genetro called what's his name again? He did something with IoT. One very short guy like this. Iwala was there. And something baffles me. We'll say this player is the best thing after sliced bread. He plays for Silver Eagles. They don't call him again because it's not MPFL. Is it about the MPFL or is it about the best talent? You said this is the best talent too. He plays 2 games, he leads the Super Eagles. You go and look for that means we are pushing substandard. Because if the guy is the best and he's still playing actively, you should not look for another person when he has left the league. You should still call him to come and play in the Super Eagles. But he goes to bring the next slice bread, best thing after slice bread. It will go bring the next one. So we keep watering the league, we keep watering the Super Eagles. Because what it means is that in another 3, 4, 5 years, the set of guys that will be playing will not be as good since the best have left. So on the issue of goalkeepers, those ones who are born abroad, you can give them 7. All the ones that are MPFL, give them 3 or 2. Because I was not impressed. I was really the hype on Papa Dane. I was thinking that okay, let me see the guy who will be playing shot from outside. There's a guy in South Africa that likes to play shot from outside. I can't remember his name. I was thinking that's the mode of defense that they were talking about when they were talking about shot. This guy cannot even command. It was just. I'm really disappointed. You see, I'm disappointed. And I'm happy with the coach. At least he has seen these flaws now and knows what he's going to do.
Yeah.
Many of these players should forget it. They are not going anywhere. Then Tolu should just go and sit down. He doesn't know how to play football. Tolu should just go and sit down. And then maybe Siri Desas. I hope Murphy is fit so that he goes to the Nations Cup.
Yeah.
I'm expecting Murphy, Desas and Osimhen to be the 3 strikers for the next Nations Cup. That's what I think.
Oh, thank you for Rebecca. Thank you. The microphone is what we have to enjoy that. Thank you. All right. So,
but one thing for sure, Tolu can improve, so that just a little bit of a positive, right? Yeah. Tolu can improve if he goes to the next level in Europe, which is not going to be. We hope it's not delayed like Onuachu, right? Onuachu spent too long in Belgium, probably because he was looking for England. If Tolu goes to Bayern Munich, goes to any club, trust me, they will step him up a level because those free headers is what you should be beating. It should be in the goal. Yeah.
Sorry, there was a question there about what about Uche and Felix Agu? So I was just want Henry just take on Uche and Agu before we wrap it up.
Oh my God, Chrysanthus Uche is what we need. We need trust me, only one drive. Everybody saw this, but it's not going to. I don't think somebody. I think it was my brother Ade Dotunda said he's a City midfielder. I don't think he is. It's not a City. I think you need those kind of players close to the box. It reminds me of this Argentine player that used to play for Sevilla, number 5. He used to wear number 5, but he could not really make it into the Argentina squad for too long.
Okay.
Very powerful, you understand, very forceful. I think that's what he reminds me of. You need those kind of players, especially with those stubborn teams. You need a player that will absorb the pressure. You see the difference between him and Chukwueze, maybe because of his size. You see it. If he holds the ball, drive, stop, just do that, do something. Let your final ball be good. You understand? That's drive alone. The defense, you understand, will free men for your attackers. You understand? Felix Agu, for me, I think he was using his right leg a lot more. I need to go and watch him in his club. Well, is he a right player? Right?
Yeah, he plays from the left or right, anywhere.
So he uses his right.
But can use his left.
Okay, I did not know. I honestly did not know. So that means they would have used him in the right back if they can. Why did he not try him?
The issue with him basically is that I hope the coach understands him very well. He likes to exploit space. He's very intelligent. He senses that. So, and if he takes the ball, his whining is very good.
Okay.
So he's, apart from his defensive ability, he's a dangerous player.
He only made one cross. He only tried making one cross, and it wasn't too good.
It wasn't too good. But the issue is that throughout, he was aggressive with his tackles, and I can see clearly that there was no understanding between him and Simon. He was even suffering under Simon because Simon was not helping him, in that area, in that regards. No, maybe because the friendly game, there was no.
It's a friendly game. I think one thing is new to the team. Once you are new to the team, you should first of all do your basics, and that's defending. So that's why people were saying this of Sadiq. Sadiq needs to defend first. Then that one is a plus. Those crosses, they are plus. But that defense, you need to do it first. I think he knew what to do. That's why he wanted to solid up that defense. Then maybe if he's more confident, he would go up, he would attack more. Wow. So, but for me, I think Chrysanthus Uche was a real revelation. My goodness.
So do you think that
I said,
Uche had this for you?
Uche Desas, yes, you need those guys in the front line. Even against South Africa, Desas will be more deadly. Yeah, because you need a player that can move.
Yeah.
Yes, you see those moves.
I saw Kekena today.
Yes, very, very predictable. See those moves. It looks easy, but he's physical. He can move. You understand? He can move around Osimhen.
Yeah.
You see when Osimhen did well for Napoli. Remember the change. I don't know if the change that Spalletti made to Osimhen's game was that he told Osimhen to remain in the box and to camp the 2 center backs to the goalpost to there because they are scared of your pace. Stay there. You understand? Then so that you give space to that Varaseli and the other guy.
Yes.
So that was the change. Before Osimhen used to want to move, come and take headers everywhere, but he just told him to stay there. So I think Osimhen still does that. If you notice, Osimhen likes to be in the box. He wants to take up position wild in the box. He doesn't like to be in between the defenders. And when you have a player like Desas, he's dangerous. So he will force the defenders. He will force them to play 3 at the back. He will force the defenders to commit. So that's what you want, especially with South Africa, because I'm looking out to beat that South Africa. You understand? You need to discipline Mudau. You need to those players. They are comfortable if you don't run around them.
Yes,
they will be comfortable with Chukwueze. They will be comfortable with Chukwueze. I'll tell you for a fact because Chukwueze takes time to cross. They will be comfortable with Chukwueze. They will be comfortable with Moses Simon. No, they will not be comfortable with Desas and Uche. Those players will run at them. Would do what Nigeria used to do to them in the past. Yes. You know what those old Super Eagles used to do to them? If you need each other, those players, they run at you. They are not scared. They will take you on for pace, for power, and everything. And that's where South Africa will be lacking. Yes. You understand? The few times Fisayo Dele Basiru did it in Uyo, you saw they fouled him. You see how they fouled him now. They gave that was a penalty they didn't give. Because that took Fisayo Dele Bashir out of the game.
Out of this thing.
So you need forceful players like that.
Yeah, so let me just hear from Denny, and I'm going to hear from you very soon. We'll wrap it up. So, Denny, we're wrapping up quickly, but if you
I was going to join when I just slept off. Well, for me, the game. I mean, you said a lot of people have said probably most of the things that for those that are passionate about football that we really want to talk about. I watching the game. Before the game, when what's his name, Frederick was invited, when people were like, he shouldn't have been invited and all that, I was very optimistic that the guy would, perform well. I was very, very sure about that because sometimes you have to look. Frederick Benjamin.
Okay.
Frederick. So I was very, very sure that the guy would do well. And it says a lot about the quality of each league in Europe. The level of, for a club to have voted you like you maybe youth player of the year or whatever, it says a lot about you. And even away from that, look at the boys' performance at the under 20 level. He did pretty well. And you have to look at it that in England, it's very difficult for a youth player to come to a club and be signed. It's very difficult. There must be something that you have for you to be signed. And that's the result of what I would think that if the NFF are so really serious, you have that under 23 team, all these guys is not for this and Frederick, Kisemiro and all that. Put them together, let them play friendly matches. Some of them will move to the Super Eagles. All of them cannot move at the same time. And that says a lot in the formation of our age grade teams. If you look back, look at, for example, Mauritius 93. Okocha played in that Mauritius 93 team. Frederick also played. Manuel Amunike, I think he played as well. Of course, Amunike played in
Cairo 91.
All African games in 91. Amunike, John Zaki, and co. And look at the space. By 91, Amunike played in all African games. 94. Yes, Tijani, yes. Patrick Mancha. By 94, they were already playing the Super Eagles.
Yes.
Kanu played on 17, 1993. By that same 93 or early 94,
he made the World Cup team.
On the road to Papendal.
Yeah.
Against Sweden, he already played in the Super Eagles. So, this one, he's got the prospect. And the players that, and if you see, there is no way. Look at it as not so good the Nigeria 99 team that we had. Agawa played in under 20, 1999. By 2000, he already played in the African Cup of Nations. By 2001, Yobo was already playing the qualifiers. So the quality of our under 20 team you must always have the vision that in the next 2-3 years, some of them will already be playing the national team. You have to create spaces that, you must have some exceptional talent in that team that maybe a year after they may play in the Super Eagles. Mikel played under 20 in 2005. That same 2005, Nigeria friendly against Libya, you already played, for the Super Eagles. So it is very, very important. You look at, and it's so really key. Now, you see, look at PSG. Sometimes you don't need superstars to make up a team, but you must have some players, at least they must be maybe like 70% above average for them to play together. That game yesterday, Nigeria going forward, some players, I will not play them. For me, I will not play them to the national team. I don't think they have the quality to be in our national team.
Who are the players?
See, hold on. You see, attacking, that is why the likes of Desans, they won't score so many goals in the national team because they have good foundation that when you are going forward, when you are in terms of transition, you don't need to be dancing. No, you don't need all those things.
Okay. I know the player you're talking about.
No, hold on. See, let me tell you. Okay, for example, a lot of people have, said, Chukwueze, we enjoyed the way you played. I wasn't impressed with what he played because we played against and ask me why is this guy talking like this? Look at Samuel Chukwueze. Look at the top 5 African teams. Look at those that are playing that role. Would you say Chukwueze is better than those players in all those teams. Look at that Moroccan boy playing for Real Madrid. What's his name?
Yes.
Are you going to play Diaz ahead of? Are you going to play Chukwueze ahead of Diaz?
No.
That is what we are saying. You see, you have to look at what the player is bringing to the team. Look, and again, look at our team. There's a problem. They used to call him double engine. It's not as, it doesn't. It's still good, but does not have that physical attribute anymore. It cannot run. It does not have that pace anymore. Look, Smith, the 2 goals we considered yesterday, from that same side, we've considered like 6 or 7 goals from that side. From that side, from whether Benin or Rwanda to Zimbabwe to Ghana to Jamaica.
Right,
look at it down.
South Africa.
Yes.
To South Africa. Yes.
Benjamin Tanimu.
Yes. From South Africa. See, we don't just watch. We take your time and watch the team from that area. We've been considering.
Right,
yes. Go and watch it. From that side, we've been conceding. Teams take. See, now we're considering against teams like this. When you play against a team that is a lot more technical, that they've got players with defense splitting passes, they'll give us 6. 6. You think our team is not good, but you need quality players to be there. Don't say, some people are saying home base players, they're not. See, I don't disrespect the home base. None of them is good enough for the national team. I'm sorry to say. None of them is good. The quality is not there. That's the truth. And you look at it and they say, if someone said they've not invited the top striker in the league. See, in the history of the Nigerian PFL, tell me one top striker that has done in the national team apart from Ahmed Musa. And if you look at Ahmed Musa, let us be, over 100 caps, good player.
What about Gidaneke?
They have not done well in the national team. That means there's something wrong with our league.
What about Akpala?
Akpala. What did he do? He played against France. He played in the Belgian league. See, the national team is not for you to say this player come and try your. The national team is the Super Eagles is our elite team. You must earn that cap. You must be very, very good. In some cases, there are some players you see that this is a special talent. So when people were saying that Benjamin should not have been invited, see, you look at some players. This one has a prospect. You can't say the time you invited when Mikel played friendly for Nigeria, Mikel should have been invited. But people, you look at it. I just played on under-20 now. He has not even played in under-23.
He had played for Leon Oslo.
It does not matter. You can't say what is linked. But it is the talent. It is the talent that you look at. There are exceptional talents. Smith, I've had the opportunity to attend the seminar organized by the Dutch Football Association, the Dutch FA. When they were breaking down their thing, they all have a space for special talent when at that youth age. They say they always put them aside. That this one is special talent. They have coaches that will concentrate on them. This special talent. So the boy should be under that category. Okay, maybe he's a special talent. The boy is good. Look at the boy is a good passer of the ball. You go and watch again. His vision, fulfilled vision. Can you compare? Even I don't think Igoubutu is ready for the national team.
Yes.
I don't think so.
Yes.
I don't think he's ready. You know, teams they will see football now here. It's like science. But PSG, you see that Enrique, he studied Inter very well. He studied that Inter.
Everybody, what happened it up? I also want to ask a question that I asked because I asked everybody. I don't know maybe everybody wants to ask something to it too. I ask you a question. What's your assessment of Uche Santos and Felix Agu?
Oh, he's ready. He's ready. Uche, look at when he collected the ball, he could shield the ball, and not just shielding the ball, he's going like a bulldozer. Leave me. You can't hold me down. So he can play. He can play that African football. So we need him probably to play behind the striker. So when he collects the ball, he's not ready to dance. He's forward play. He collects the ball. He's giving the person. Look at when he got that ball. Somebody would run into space, take the ball. See, all these dancing players. That was why this boy didn't enjoy his game a lot more yesterday. The Agu boy playing with Moses Simon.
Yeah.
He gives you the ball. He wants to run. He doesn't know. Do. That is why when you do all this maneuver,
in one place.
Yes.
In one position.
See, the recovery rate of the opposing team would have allowed them to.
Yeah.
You see, When you have a team that wants to play, for example, you have a team you are playing against and they want to be like this low block, they don't want to give you space. You must be moving, you must be making runs. If you don't make runs, you can't destabilize whatever they are putting together.
Yeah.
And it's a major problem.
Yeah.
And we need a DM that is static, that has a good recovery rate, that also has a good vision of the field. We need a DM.
Yeah.
We have like 3
Oh,
Peter Crouch
10 seconds.
in our team.
3 Peter Crouch.
Let me say this. We have like 3 Peter Crouch, or whether not Crouches, I will call them in our team. They will not see the 3 of them.
Oh, Peter Crouch can head the ball now.
Hold on. You see, the 3 of them, they are not bad players, but they cannot succeed in this team because of our midfield is set up. Maybe if they were around when the Ulysses were here and all that, because even if you look, how many assists our midfield has given? How many assists?
Who is the top Peter Crouch? I don't know.
No. So the top players that we have.
No, you said 3. I don't know who the third one is.
Onuachu, Sadiq, and Tolu.
Sadiq. I beg.
So these 3 top players.
I don't know the plans. Sadiq forever.
You see, let me tell you, I don't know the plans. I don't think Tolu's first game. I'm not condemning any player. His first game, I feel like I don't think you are ready yet, or I don't think this team, the way this team is, will help you to deliver. I don't think so.
He had opportunities yesterday.
Let me tell you, people don't go. He has the height. Osimhen can knock the ball. What those things you can do, Osimhen can do better. There must be something that you're going to bring. Can you hold up play because of your height? Can you drop deep and say this? I mean, we've seen Yankolas of this world. We've seen even Peter Crouch, very skillful. So, Agali, Victor Agali. See, let me tell you, Agali. Agali is different. Agali against Zambia, they were not giving Agali the ball when we played friendly. I mean, AFCON qualifiers 2001. Agali wasn't getting the ball. He dropped deep, collected the ball, hit from the outside. The only goal that we won in that game.
Even the game against Ghana in Port Harcourt. But anyway, let me hear your thought quickly.
No, I just wanted to say, you know what Harry Redknapp, Peter Crouch said it in an interview, that you can't be this tall and you don't know how to hit. Simple. Yes. I want to give you the ball anywhere. You are a 6'7" man. Take that ball. That's your own. These guys, Peter Tolu and Paul Onuachu, the same problem. They want to play with their leg. How would you be this big and you want only your leg? No,
there's nothing bad in playing.
You should calculate that cross. You should calculate it and head it down. It was good enough for you to jump and touch it. So that means if you calculated your jump, you will head it down, and the keeper will force the goalkeeper
to make it safe. It was not blaming the cross of the ball, but Uche, your namesake, Uche has been
Smith.
Please, I have to. Uche, your namesake. You have been full of praises for.
Yeah, I've been clamoring for the guy.
For this guy. So just assess him in 10 seconds to Uche and
So for me, I feel like it's time for us to give Uche more opportunity. I feel like he should be there against South Africa. We are going to need him because we need people that can ginger. We need people that can ginger.
And the swag too. The swag too.
Yeah, he can. He knows how to lift the spirit.
Confidence. You are losing today. That's the swag that he brings.
So with that, when you have Osimhen, you have him. Definitely, nobody will be slacking in this team or slouching. So we need that energy in the team. And thank God for Felix Agu choosing Nigeria. At least now we have a good left back and a good right back. It's for us to now find how do I call it, like people that can contend with them. Like Osari Samuel is not a good contender for I know neither is Bruno Yemachi a good contender with Felix Agu right now. So we need better people that have the same skill or maybe something different, but know how to do the number one job: defend. Because if we are going to use Ekong, we need to make sure that 3 and 2 they are good defenders. Because if not, we'll keep on that, like what we pointed out, that they keep on attacking our right wing. They keep on attacking our right wing, and we
Yes.
keep on conceding goals from there. So we need someone again. We need someone that can come in whenever Indeed is tired, because I noticed that Indeed gives like good 60 minutes. So we need
Exactly.
someone that can come in and pick up from where Indeed is stopped and make sure that he's tackling all the time. So I feel like Onyedika can do it. Onyedika.
Yeah, just to before we go, just to know any I've been
I'm
following
so
South Africa
sorry.
for too long.
Just 1 minute.
Sorry,
See,
any.
okay.
This guy is from South Africa. He's just trying to back your points up. He said that Uche is a serious problem for SA. He said Mayele, you know, the third pyramid striker. He said he bought that South African teams is physical, you know, just as Uche. That is one thing. Mayele scored the first goal today for pyramid.
Yeah.
I realized that Kekena could not contain Mayele.
He's very scared. You see the way they did Fisayo. You see the way they did Fisayo. Fisayo Uche would deal with South Africa. Lastly, the difference between, I've seen the right example. Sorry, this is my last thought. The difference between Chukwueze and Tijani Babangida, I will tell you. Tijani Babangida played against South Africa. 2002, remember?
2000.
Yes. You see what Tijani wanted to do. He gets the ball. He's moving. Chukwueze will stand. Moses Simon will stand as a number. Like, why now? Posero did not allow Moses Simon stand in the AFCON because he told him in the friendly game that I should never. There was a time I saw it when he told him that I should move. You understand? Take the ball and move. You are not doing anybody any good. You are making them cover, and then you are creating problems. That's why I think they should be coming in the second half so that they will be moving. You understand? Because it's like if they come in the second half, they like to move. So Moses Simon against Zimbabwe, there was a ball that came. He had space. He now adjusted his body to one to take on again. Why? Move. It's the goal post.
Henry, this thing you have said, you are very right. You know, I watched the game, Nigeria-Mexico. Pesero, this thing, that was what Pesero was telling you.
He told Moses Simon during, he said that if he comes to the right, he should move to the left.
Don't worry. The ball will come to you. Don't go.
So you have pace. Then why are you doing this? Why are you doing like this? Go in front.
You see?
First penalty. This is where you should be. So that's the problem. That's why Tijani Babangida today, even though Chukwueze is much more talented, I will take Tijani Babangida.
I don't think so. Chukwueze is not.
Tijani was running at McFish. Was running at them. He was running. Yes. He was going.
Remember, this Tijani was the one that scored 2 goals against Ghana. That was our last game. Chukwueze not more.
Against South Africa. He scored 2 goals.
Against South Africa. Yeah, against South Africa.
Against Ghana too. Against Ghana.
Well, I don't remember, but this one,
South Africa,
South Africa, it was Tijani Babangida that killed them.
The last World Cup qualifier for 2002 now, Nigeria, Ghana, Liberation Stadium.
Oh, yeah.
Tijani scored 2.
Yeah.
I think, Tijani actually was scored 2 goals. So,
see, Smith, sorry. Yeah. Let me tell you, we just need to be honest a little bit with the selection of players and know that in terms of, you must have a benchmark. Don't just be bringing this one, okay, this one come. Some players don't get they don't get you for that. See, they don't have it. Yeah. I'm telling you. See, let me be honest with you. There are some Nigerian boys in that championship that are better than some players who want to go and be bringing from Poland. All these places. I'm telling you. In terms of quality. Maybe one boy was there. That boy that plays for St. Pauli. He came now to the camp. That boy for Lion.
Yeah.
Really?
And he came. Yes, he was at the camp. He came there.
Why did they not play him?
He didn't play. They didn't invite him, but the boy came. They want to play for Nigeria. The boy came now. No. This boy too. What's his name? Look at what Tosin Adarabioyo said. That nobody has contacted me. I didn't do that. It's always happens. Thank God the boy is alive saying it now. But Fashanu said the same thing.
Even was his name? Ebere.
Yes.
Like, they didn't go
Ebele
on time.
even came. Ebele was in the camp.
was in the camp.
He trained with them,
So,
with himself and Alex Iwobi.
Yeah, so for me now, I just believe that the last Unity Cup that we had, there I remember Paulo Biefule and co. This was the even Ikpe Ekong, this was the time for them to actually Obodo Christian, they would like to bring them on now. Obodo played in the 2001 under 20 under Christian, other left coach Keshi there. So
Yes.
they didn't qualify in Ethiopia. They didn't qualify there in Ethiopia, but they were bringing them in. Can you see now? In 2006, Obodo became a big part of the Nigerian team.
But they were playing for good. They were playing for clubs now already.
Yes,
that's also the problem. You
Yes.
can't bring in on a team that is not playing. Is in academy.
See, it's nice said one thing some major episodes back, and I always like to buttress that thing about the quality of players that we invite to under 20. That they are already at that age. They are already like a pro. If you're under 20, it's not under 17. You should have some certain qualities. If you don't have it, you have no business in the under 20.
But everyone did.
We've all been and stuff for play under 20 in 2005. You already AFCON. You played AFCON 2006.
He went to Kiev. Yes. See, I might see that sometimes some players are ready straight after. When Henry went to Malaysia in 1997, Henry. He went to Malaysia in 1997.
Yes, now.
And from Malaysia to France 98 World Cup.
Yes.
So
even Pogba went
Pogba too. From 2013,
he was already playing 2013. He went to 2011 with Ahmed Musa.
Yes.
Yeah.
13. With,
okay. I remember.
With
Lacazette and co. This guy was there now. This Senegalese captain too was there now. Yes. Was playing for France.
Koulibaly was there. This guy himself this guy was there. Is he this guy that plays for Ivory Coast now? What's his name again? The captain that scored against Nigeria. I think
the Gressman
last year. Yeah,
Frankes
played the African Cup that year.
Yeah. And what the coach should tell Chukwueze is this: when you play the ball past the player, the best thing he can do is put you down. It's better you get a free kick. Because you are doing this. You are just
that rule is very important.
Why are you not moving?
I don't overshoot. Please.
Sorry, not very.
So, but these have been very wonderful conversations.
I see everything that you were saying yesterday. I decided to watch him, and I was like, man, this guy.
He said this.
For all the brilliance he did, he made too many mistakes.
So,
that boy can play as a right back. That Benjamin Abina was.
Yeah, he can play. He
can play as a right back.
Yeah, the under 20 is not good. They play of the 90s. Their coach. Okay, thank you. So, Evondi, thank you for joining. Uche, thank you.
All right, Smith.
Henry, thank you for joining. It's been a very wonderful conversation with Henry, Henry, and Evondi. That is 3 hours. I've never done this before. I came here for like 1.5 hours, but I spent 3 hours. Then talk about Nigeria, and I have a very busy schedule today. But thank you guys for your love, and I want to appreciate those that actually were my gifters for today. I have to start by appreciating Chiwoke. Thank you for your love. Viral Moments, thank you. Chas, thank you. Connect to God, thank you. Paimoyo, thank you. Oluwapomile Olarewaju, thank you. Paimoyo again, thank you. Chas, thank you. Connect to God, thank you. Chas again, thank you. Guys, thank you for joining. Join me tomorrow for Nigeria podcast with IoT. We'll dive into a lot of Nigerian issues too. But I'm happy that Eric Chelle won, and I'm happy that he learned his lessons. See, this guy is smarter than the people where you call him. I can tell you, he's smarter than what you think. Russia friendly is a different game project. Already have his mind on who will play in September. I waited till today for the review because I thought the news of the South African politician is going to come today. It's meant to come June 1st. Today is June 1st. But maybe probably because of today is Sunday. So that's why we don't have the news yet. Maybe probably it's going to be tomorrow morning. So as soon as the day breaks, I will let you guys know. And I will come back with my permutations and combinations too. How Nigeria can qualify for the World Cup. I may your host, Speed Lai. I will see you tomorrow on Nigeria podcast on the Ghost Tracker. Join me there. Thank you.